That's how we start every one of these.
That's
right.
how, and that's how we started this one too. Fuck it, we're doing it live. All right. So, hey, welcome to Against the Giants. We just discovered that this is potentially our 70th. I think I'm looping through the Twitch. Hold on.
Hearing looping.
I do.
Well, I have the sound on Twitch to see. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my mic wasn't muted when you started talking, so it might have been that.
Oh, that might be what it was. Okay. So, nope, no loop. All right, thanks, Percy. Hey, Ron. Okay, yeah, you can hear because this time I remembered to turn the sound on before we started playing. Okay, so.
Well, that makes me worry about what we did wrong.
Yeah.
Because there will be something.
There always is.
There's always something.
There's always something. But according to notes, it's our 70th session of this campaign, which is crazy cakes. This is by far the longest campaign I've ever run. And I'm excited that we might finish it. Not today. Not this year.
No.
but
probably not next year.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But
we've been level 12 for 8 months. You said it goes to level 20. We're gonna finish this before I retire, maybe.
Once we're done with giants, it's milestone. You go to level 13. Once we go through the hill giants, you go through level. Yeah. Sorry.
I know what we're doing tonight, guys.
Sharing Winston's thought right there. Like, wait a minute, we're gonna be level 12 through this entire part of the campaign.
No.
Let's do it.
Make some challenges. So, where we last left our intrepid heroes,
we were naked with axes.
Yes.
Not yet, but we can dream.
You gotta have goals. Where we last left our heroes, they had returned to the hill giant Steading, and we're kind of casing the joint to see what had changed since they were last there. When they were last there, it was party night, and the guards had been somewhat inebriated. They managed to get in. They found 2 people of interest within the Steading, took them back for interrogation at Neil Dra, the capital of Kioland. Discovered a couple of things, most importantly of which is that they needed to go back to the Steading because there is a threat of Lolth at each of these giants' strongholds. They learned from Foreshade Asaf. It is time to feed the dogs.
I took care of it.
Okay, thank you.
Sounds so like ominous.
Nailed it.
The time of feeding of the dogs has begun.
Remember that giant pen of direwolves?
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Feeding is upon us again.
So
we're about to feed them with our flesh.
And all of those dogs are naked with these axes. No, the party has.
That's a dog with an axe.
No, it gets dangerous when they're naked with an axe. The party has then went back and they've sort of done a little bit of reconnoitering. They are. One of them is invisible. 4 of them have passed without a trace on them, and Vela got closer to the stronghold wall in order to cast Locate Object, which we have to retcon a little bit because didn't read the spell completely thoroughly. But Vela was given a boost by the god Dalt and discovered that the one that they are seeking, the specific thread of Lolth they are seeking, is 50 feet down and some ways to the west. In other words, it looks to be underneath the Steading. Apparently, at least on some level, there's an underground to this fortress. Then the group said that they pulled back and made their way back down one of the switchbacks and are on the side of sort of, it's not really a cliff face per se, but the hill face, and have sort of regrouped around there. Have I missed anything, party, that's critical for our understanding of what's going on here?
I think the recap is good, but I did have a question about the underground. I don't know if we asked this. For those of us who were in the setting kind of collectively, did any of us notice any kind of like cellar or doorway down or anything? I don't think I remember that, but
The only thing that... The only one who... There are two of you who might have had a shot at seeing that.
It was me. I was in a bag. It was probably me.
the back door of the bag was
Odd-
cellar.
Oddly, it wasn't you.
What?
Vela and Nubin stayed mostly in the antechamber going into the place. Vela flew in, and then flew over the roof and got into a rooftop fight.
I believe you meant Elva.
Elva. Yep. The two who could have potentially seen and have some idea where there might be a staircase would be Merryweather and Robes. And it occurs to you that potentially you didn't see it, but the only place you saw flagstones that might speak to that were the kitchen area that you walked by.
Cool, thank you.
But you guys were almost entirely in the southwest corner of the stronghold.
I feel like Robes went a little further north than Mary. I was following
Right.
the two, but I felt like we separated for a little bit and then you circled back around. You were like riding the door. So you even kind of got off a little further north than I came in. But
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
I went up first and then I went back down. Or yeah, I think that's right. North as
I'll
of
move your
up.
bowl about 5 inches further away from your monitors, so that when you eat, we don't have to watch it go directly into your mouth.
Oh,
It
I
was
thought you were
like
talking
right
about
in
me.
front of your. No, I said Paul at the beginning. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's like it was like right in front of your webcam.
He's
Yeah.
eating his he's
Like
eating
we've got
us.
it. We've got an endoscope there.
He's taking food from the audience. Like
It was,
Ron's giving him
it
some
was
food.
magical. You're muted.
And now you're muted.
You're muted.
I'm so sorry. That's so gross. I hate eating on camera, and I just don't have an option right now.
It would have been fine if you were like if you had it on your painting part of your desk. You'd have been fine, but not
No.
anymore. Don't do that now.
So gross. Okay. Anyway.
So he went a little bit further north.
Yeah, but
Is what we
it's still possible either one of you could have seen something that would have led you to believe that. So, in fact, I think Elva might have had a shot down the hallway seeing it too.
You want us to roll?
No, because you saw you didn't see a staircase. I know that, but that would be your best guess of what you saw, where you saw.
Got it.
So,
I'll take that.
all right. So, you guys have moved down into the switchback. Now, I don't remember if you were planning to do anything else or just regroup there.
We were just regrouping with the intent of figuring out what we were going to do at the beginning of this session.
Quick debrief.
Because Vela hadn't had a chance to really report to us without, we didn't want to make a lot of
Monsters.
noise. Monster.
Are you guys heading sort of back to the cave where Chad is, or? Okay.
Are we actually going all the way into the cave?
That's up to you.
Or just down out of sight?
I don't know. Like, I mean,
Well, we need to go far enough that we are completely out of sight of the Steading.
Do we have a sense of the cave's location respective to this thing? Like, if we go in the cave, do we feel like we could tunnel upwards?
You have no idea.
How long does it take to get
do you
down
mean-
here? Does
do
your
you-
locate
do you-
object still pinging?
I'm sorry.
Right.
Do you mean to what thing? Like back up from the tunnels that you guys found when you
Like-
were in there? Do you
Do
think?
we have a sense that if we were in the cave, we would be below this, directly below the Steading?
You know that you're a little bit to the west. Sorry, I thought you meant the caves that you found when you were in the cave, like the deeper tunnels. The cave that is in the hidden by trees on the face of the wall near the switchbacks is some 100 feet west.
So we'd be like 50 feet off the other direction from the thing we wanted.
Potentially.
You could try pulling things out of your bag of tricks and hoping for a giant badger that could burrow toward it.
I mean, I can always
I-
turn into a badger, a giant badger, and burrow. I mean, if you don't want to take
Oh,
the
that's much
gamble.
more controlled.
I mean, if you think you can
I like
control
that
me,
plan.
Elva, absolutely.
No, but you can.
That definitely seems like a better idea.
I wouldn't mind that companionship, though, if there's a gray fuzzy that wants to help out.
I can pull one. Do you want me to pull one? Because I could totally pull one. I always love pulling a little bag of tricks thing out.
You have
It'd be
3
fun.
chances to get the one you want, right?
Right, and the other one we can just sort of send up to the thing.
Where's this
Go knock on
conversation
the door.
happening? Because I don't have a
Good
sense
question.
of where you guys
on
are.
the hillside face.
And are
like we
you
went down a
moving or have
switchback.
you stopped?
I thought we stopped. Like I thought that was where we ended last time, was for regrouping on the hill face.
Well, I just thought
They're
we
like-
said we were in the cave that Chad was in.
I
thought
did-
that
I-
was the discussion right here.
I did
Maybe
not.
I misheard.
I didn't hear that. I heard there was some people saying we're heading there, and some people saying how far away was it, and I didn't hear a decision. So, are you heading to the cave where Chad is? And if so, I'm not.
I guess I don't want to talk until we're at a place we feel safe. So
Mhm.
when, if we're in the cave, then I will have this conversation.
Gotcha.
Until we get where we're going, I guess I wouldn't be talking. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Right.
misunderstood.
Right. Okay.
I same
Okay, then we're in the
exact
cave.
same
There
misunderstanding.
was a lot of role playing that I was like, I don't know where
Mhm.
you're at doing this. So.
Yeah, we're
okay.
currently all walking towards the cave in a sort of boulder-shaped clump.
Trying to keep your pass without a trace fuzziness together.
Yeah, trying to make sure you can just smash us with a boulder.
hugging the cliffside to try to break view from the steading.
Okay.
And then if we get to that cave, then I can suggest burrowing
Okay.
or,
I'm a flip a coin.
It'll have nothing to do with the game, but he's gonna do it.
Yeah, just gonna be nice in life, just in the middle of a conversation. I'm gonna flip a coin.
Okay. So.
Pass without a trace running, so I would be flying just above their heads so that I don't step on twigs.
Mm.
Because I think I was not in the right. Did that go away?
Yeah, you lost it when you moved away from.
Yeah, because I
Mary.
moved away.
Okay.
So I would be like above their heads, just a tiny bit, okay. Going up and down to avoid tree trunks, branches, not trunks.
Okay. You guys get to the cave, and enter the cave, and the first thing you notice as you enter the cave front is no Chad. The fire is
Because
still.
it's arm day.
The fire is still going. His little cook fire thing that's got the chimney that goes away from where they're at. But 1 second, please. I would like everybody to make or tell me their passive perception.
20 for passive.
I don't even know where my passive perception is, so that can't be good.
18 for passive.
Mine's 17.
Mine's 10 and I rolled a 9.
Okay.
Hey, 21.
Holy cow! Right out of the gate.
Wow.
No whammies.
Nice. Okay.
Natural 20.
So, anybody that had over a 15 sees a shadow from the fire on the far wall, like to your right, or as the way I'm looking at the mountain The west, yeah, on the east wall, but on your right as you're walking into it, uh, just this slightly shivering sort of shape, vaguely fungal. Looks like a mushroom,
Mm.
but a little too
Would it be the
tall to
thing
be
that we would
mush.
recognize as our friends from down below
It's
from
a
the last
You
time
guys
we
are
met
from
Fred?
looking through Katha's eyes.
it's a shadow, so you might be able to make that, but it's
I see.
yeah,
We're only seeing the shadow of it, not the
yep,
thing itself.
right.
Gotcha.
Um, but you can tell something is like in front of the fire and yet uh, isn't quite like it's moving and trying to go away. Something is retreating from you, and you see sort of this little mushroom shape trying to
man.
retreat down the other way.
But if
Quietly.
we're okay, so I'm confused. The fire's in front of us, so the mushroom shape is between the fire and us. If we're seeing it on the wall to our right.
Yeah, so the fire's in front of you, and it's just to you would be able to guess that the thing is right to the directly right of the fire to cast a shadow on the right side wall, and it's moving to the north. You're looking north. It's casting a shadow on the east wall. Is this making
North would
sense?
be into the deeper caves that go down.
Correct.
I believe I got high with myconids, correct? Long ago.
Two of you did.
I was one of the high ones.
Three of you.
I
Who else got
I
high
think
with me?
Cora did. Oh,
Yeah.
and
Cora and
Mary.
you.
yeah.
Did I do it or just you?
Mm-mm.
Well, I
There
can
were
look
three
in
of
my
you.
notes, but I'm pretty sure it was the three of us.
Yeah, it was three of you.
Okay, good. I think
Pretty
so too
sure I
because
did not.
yeah. I'm gonna run forward. I know your friends. I know your cousins. Come back.
And so you see this thing turn around to you, and it looks like Mushroom Baby Groot.
Aww.
It's a myconid juvenile,
Aww.
and it kind of, and you recognize this is the spore blowout that allows you to telepathically communicate.
Vela, watch out! I raise my hand for Eldritch Blast.
No, no,
I
no. Look
still-
here, that's how they talk.
I
They
like
talk through
jump.
those spores.
I do the old school, jump in front of the bullet thing.
Hello? You. Hello?
Hey, can you guys hear it?
They have to be
Hear
within
what?
10 feet. They would have to get closer. Unless they were within 10 feet. If anybody followed you, they were within 10 feet. And I actually made the assumption that you weren't resisting. You could
No,
fight
I'm
that,
sure
yeah.
not resisting.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
No, I'm
You guys can't hear it?
looking in the cave with my hand on my sword.
Follow you, Vela. I mean, I know these mushroom creatures like you do, so if you rush forward, I'd follow.
Okay. So you could
Can you hear it?
you
Can
could
you hear
get
it, Mary?
spored as well.
Okay.
Um,
Thank you.
um, uh, so, hi. My name's Sid. Sid Bartlett. I'm I'm I lost my colony.
Oh, Sid. That's the worst.
Where did you see them last?
Um, well, guess I didn't so much lose them so much as I ran away. Um,
And now you're regretting it.
um, well, no, it's really dangerous down there. I ran away. The rest of my colony, they're in danger.
Oh.
Well,
What's happening?
can-
I mean, what's causing the danger?
Giants. They're digging and they're making like big clanging noises and fire and metal and
Was there anybody here when you got here?
No.
Hmm.
Do you want to make
Signs of
your,
any problems? Like if we're looking around the fire
your
and think
choice
now
of
that we're inside.
your choice of a survival or an investigation check?
Oh, I think I'll go survival
Okay.
because I'm not very smart. So with a +7, I get a 13.
Okay. Uh,
It's a great roll.
Yeah, well, it would have been worse if I went investigation with a +0. So.
um,
Yeah.
well, with a survival check, a couple things occur to you. Like you are fairly certain that this myconid couldn't start a fire or maintain it,
Right.
and that this
I would hope I would realize that without a
well,
roll, but okay.
couple things with that though. It's clear to you that this fire got stoked and maintained within the last probably 30 minutes.
Chad was here. Of course, it was stoked.
Um,
So stoked.
and you do see that there is like it looks like footsteps in front of the fire and then dragging.
Uh-oh.
So and it looks like toward you're looking at your friends now who are on the south side of the
Like
cave.
dragged out.
Yeah, he got
Then,
dragged out.
okay.
Yeah, looks like that way.
All right. I'll point that out to the group.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like if Chad were here, it wasn't long ago, but somebody
Maybe
might
if
have
he'd
dragged
worked
him
his
out.
legs, he could have run away from whatever attacked him.
Sid, did you
Uh,
see another human here that got dragged away recently?
Uh-huh. Hmm. Yeah.
Was it a giant that took it?
Two-headed giant.
Oh. Well, this cave may not be entirely safe. That's good to know. Guys, I think maybe we should decide not to convene in this cave at the moment and decide a different location to convene, or maybe just plan to go and fight the giants that are killing
could-
our mushroom friends.
You can help me. My parents need help.
Question before we go down to the caves. How much of this conversation are us who are not spored
It
hearing?
depends
Are we
on
hearing the
it depends on if they're translating for you. It's all telepathic. This is all telepathic. So unless they're doing a UN, you know, translation service for you.
I definitely said out loud to the party that that Chad appears to have been dragged off. So
cool.
that
There
part.
appears to have been a struggle.
Mhm.
It was a
Well.
great duel.
That is unfortunate.
Are there any signs of struggle for us?
The dragging feet.
Like
He
yeah,
was
like
likely
dirt?
not dragged to the Steading, though, because we were up there. So if he was dragged away recently, we would have seen them come by.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should check to see if we can figure out where the dragging leads.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of like. I'm kind of also wanting to being suspicious of myconids. I'm wanting to confirm the story.
Okay. I mean, Mary does have some. She can point out some of the, the human footfalls, the dragging, and then as it exits the cave, it, Mary. I'm gonna just keep the roll. Mary can point out like where now you see some like even heavier footfalls in some of the sodden grass on the far side of the hill. Um, Big feet, and then some broken branches where something has moved away. You have not previously noticed the hill giants coming up and down these switchbacks.
Do
So
you-
are the footprints going up the path, or are they going like straight up the hill?
They are going away from the steading.
Newbin,
Oh,
the little myconoid had said that the giants were attacking the colony down further in the tunnels. So I wonder if maybe giants are coming up now from the tunnels, inside the cave.
maybe we should go check it out.
Well, and it works. We have to go down. No, we don't have to go down. We have to go up from here to get the other one. But I think this is more important. I think we go help the mushrooms.
And potentially Chad.
I don't think Chad's down there.
So he's
we're
on his
gonna
own
go
then.
Well, if we want to go save Chad, we can try, but then we'd have to leave the mic and.
I'm a big
How long-
fan of Chad, but he was doing a service for us in
Right.
part.
Hey, little buddy, Sid. How long would you say you've been away from your colony?
They don't have any concept of time.
Was it today?
What's a day?
Cool. Okay. We have no idea how long they've been fighting giants, so maybe we just go help Chad and then come back.
Well, we do know Chad must have been here stoking the fire within about a half hour or so because,
He wouldn't be far off.
yeah.
So, why don't some of us go after Chad and the rest of us go down into the caves?
Oh, splitting us up is always a great idea. I like that idea.
I feel
Give
like
me a sec.
Vela's being sarcastic again.
I'm gonna run to the cave entrance and shoot up high to see if I can see any movement in the canopy of big things tromping through.
1 second, please.
Are you still invisible? Or did you drop?
No,
your
I cast
invisible-
a
because you
spell.
can't. Yeah, got it.
Yeah. Sorry. Did not ask the party before. I definitely just made myself a giant missile in the air.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
That's all right. You can be part of the Rescue Chad team. I'm going to go down and.
All right. So you shoot up and give me a perception check.
Whoop. Whoop.
Whoa. Okay, so you notice two things.
Money.
You notice two things. One, well, actually three. One, you can clearly see now where the chimney comes up from this cave, which is far away. This thing just sort of snakes and winds, which is why this cave was chosen, because it could vent smoke away. And so you see what you believe to be the smoke fire from your own cave. Then, not too far from the smoke coming up from that, you see sort of a light clearing, and then what you might call a ramshackle bivouac that is far too big. And
I'm certain Vela would call it a ramshackle bivouac.
Yeah.
I'm positive those are the words she would use.
She's yelling it down. I see a ramshackle bivouac.
I was hoping that we weren't going to let that go, because I was just like, a ramshackle bivouac.
I don't think it works
Somebody's
as a
been playing
band name.
Scrabble.
I don't think it works as a band name, but it could be an album.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
I think it's more like a B-side of a single.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the B-52s actually did that song.
The Love Shack.
Thing,
the
I did a
Ed.
version of it, yeah.
Ramshackle bivouac. Rusted.
That one didn't hit take off.
It didn't go anywhere.
There I was in my ramshackle bivouac.
I didn't think of the word lean-to in time, but that's what it is. It's
I can completely see why you went right to bivouac.
I
Ramshackle
was a
bivouac.
Boy Scout. We were trained on how to
Lean
make a
to is the
bivouac.
chorus, because then the singers come in saying lean to.
All right.
Ramshackle bivouac. All right.
That is officially the name of this episode, the Ramshackle Bivouac.
Ramshackle bivouac.
All I can hope for any shred of dignity from this is that this replaces being made fun of for lithe and detritus. So,
Oh, it's just added.
Yeah,
This
I
is
mean,
supplemental. Yeah, nothing. Yeah.
What was that character's name again?
oh, I didn't make
Check.
up the worst name. That's Dusty's. Dusty's got Hardo Bulge.
Bulge?
Hardo Bulge. I no longer have the worst NPC name.
No, but you still have Boner Reach.
Yeah.
Boner
Yeah.
Ranch.
Yep.
Yeah. And Ramshackle bivouac.
Yeah.
So speaking of
We got to
ramshackle
go there
bivouacs,
now. I mean, it's got a fancy name, and we've all talked about
So
it,
there's
so
a
we've got to go.
ramshackle
The hottest
bivouac.
club there is.
Is this the chimney? Is
hop in my wagon. It's as big as a
It's suddenly-
whale.
Suddenly, we can hear music, and it's making Merryweather very
We're
anxious.
heading on down to the ramshackle bivouac.
What's really making me anxious is he said you saw 3 things and named 2 of them.
I
and
know.
I'm waiting for the third, and I'm like, what's the third? What's the third?
I'm waiting to tell the third too.
No one will ever remember when there's a ramshackle bivouac in the middle.
Yeah.
I need a 3. It's empty.
The third thing that she notices is as she scans across the horizon that she's been made by the Steading, and that
which one?
by the tower, the watchtower that is sitting at the front of the Steading.
I shout down, "I've been made!" and I go straight towards the chimney. I ignore everybody
Okay, now
else.
remember the
and
chimney is right next to the ramshackle bivouac.
Right, but I don't know where that is in relation to the Steading.
I'm going to need you to spell that, Paul.
Bivouac. Bivouac. Bivouac.
Sure.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Got it in one.
Where is the ramshackle bivouac in relation to the cave?
West
to the
west
cave
and farther
and the
west and
Steading?
farther down the hill.
Further down the hill.
Yep.
Okay, then I definitely head
Well, I mean not down the hill. Sorry, it would still because they would rise
between the cave and the Steading.
It's just west, and it's still on the same. It's on the ridge of the hill, so it's west and
due west of the cave.
Yeah.
But the same elevation.
It's probably northwest. Sorry, now that I'm thinking about
Sorry,
it.
elevation-wise, am I going towards the Steading, away from the Steading, or maintaining my elevation on the hill?
You are maintaining.
Okay, so I'm gonna head due west.
No, that's not right. Sorry.
Towards the chimney.
God, this is hard to think in 3
Okay.
dimensions here. If you guys are farther down,
3D
you're
chess.
farther down the hill, and
Uh-huh.
you're heading west and northwest.
Uh-huh.
And
And north is also up.
But you went
in your brain.
You went straight up, vertically, altitude-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
if you wanted to, you'd have to drop down to hug the tree canopy again, and then go.
Right. I'm mostly just trying to get a sense of triangulation.
I get
For
that.
the
I just want to make sure
chimney
I'm describing
setting.
it for everybody right the first time, because this is what gets frustrating for everybody. So
Right.
I don't want to do mostly. I just want to tell you. So it is on the top of the hill, the same as the Steading is.
Oh, it's the same elevation as the Steading, not
yep.
the same elevation as the Chad.
No, yeah, correct.
Sorry, not as the
Correct.
cave.
You are correct.
The cave and Chad are now synonyms.
Because it's a chimney, so it has to go up in order to move it away.
Right.
And then
Okay.
So it's northwest of you and the same elevation, top of the hill. So it would be almost like, well, it's still northwest of the Steading, but more west, less north.
Same elevation.
I'll draw it.
You don't have to draw it. I just want to make sure
Okay.
it's same elevation as the Steading.
Correct.
I would benefit from a
roughly.
drawing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want the
I'm
drawing?
And also,
Well, I'm not
Make a
understanding
drawing.
any of this in my brain, so if I'm going to need to make decisions based on it,
Yeah.
I think I need a visual.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
But if I don't have to make decisions, then don't draw it.
I mean, you could just play your character. Your character can't see what Vela sees, so
Right,
however
that's
she
what I'm
describes
saying.
it.
But like if, you know,
That's how I always do. If like it's something that's not involved in my character that I can't comprehend visually,
Right.
I'm just like, that's what would be going on.
Right.
Robespierre is a 10 perception.
I just don't want it to be like okay, right now Vela needs to understand it, but then if in 2 minutes we all do and I don't,
right.
I'm sorry, can you repeat all that? I didn't
So
understand.
while
it.
you're doodling, just an
well,
FYI,
I
as
can't
I say,
doodle, and don't give me any FYIs right now unless it's to the party. And
Oh
not
no,
to
I'm
me.
FYI in the group.
Okay.
FYI group. When I say I've been made, I'm gonna like lay down like Superman style to fly and point my hands and say, "Go into Chad." That's my plan. Once I figure out which way that means, that's what I'm doing.
So I take it you said a bad time for a short rest.
I don't know how to make. I don't know that I've done this in Foundry or Forge. How to
You could just draw it.
how to
Just doodle it.
I don't know how to make a blank canvas.
You might,
Oh,
you might have to
yeah.
do it in something else and then
Right.
like put
And then
it
just
in as a
import it as an
handout.
image. Yep.
Yeah.
Mail it to us.
We should get it in 2 to 3 days.
My theory was I don't want to stay directly above all of you. That's why I beat feet, just so we're like, well, if they throw a
So,
rock,
yeah.
I don't want it to land on you.
Also, don't want to indicate that we're in the cave. Although it might
Right.
be too late.
Well, you
Anyways.
might be in the cave, but you might not be. And if they do throw a rock, I'm assuming they're going to go for the moving target, the target they
Yeah.
can see, as opposed to where I was. They'll go
Yeah.
for where I am.
And if they pull Chad out of there, they already know this cave
Right,
is
exactly.
Right.
It's been made.
So we've lost our base.
Ramshackle bivouac.
This is not. I'm just stating this for the universe. Whenever that happens, I am going to use. Oh, God, it's never a good way to say this. I'm going to regain a spell slot by making use of my dedicated
Your
warlock
item. Yeah.
item.
All right, you getting fancy with your rod.
There's nothing I can say. There's no way to say it. Yes, I'm getting fancy with my rod.
Getting busy with the rod.
Not busy. Well, I guess busy too.
All right. Let's see if
All right,
this.
I'm just gonna.
All right. Hold on. Activate this. All right. Can you guys see this map?
No, because I don't have a token with vision in the scene.
All right.
So I have a new goal for this campaign. I was just thinking about it. I want to see Nubin deflect missile on a boulder and send it back at the giants.
Oh, that would be pretty awesome.
Nice.
Ooh, I
He doesn't
like.
get a lot of missiles thrown at him, really.
Yeah,
Like,
but
you
if
haven't
a
done
boulder
that
comes
very
at you, you
often.
should be able to do that. I want to see you do it.
What level do you get deflect missiles? Is that level?
At least
6?
5.
Three?
All right. Can you
Yeah,
guys
Someone who
can you
just
guys
rolled up a fifth
see
level monk.
based on this token?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then if I turn,
But it's a very small.
yeah, if I turn daylight on, then now can you see everything?
No, you have to
Not
turn
yet.
on. You have to adjust vision for the map. Like it removes the.
I still only see what this token can see right now.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
third level,
it's-
Winston. I just looked it up.
It's
Cool.
It's in the same spot as light for the map.
Now I
and
see
then-
it all.
There it is.
Okay.
You got it.
Yeah.
All right. So this has all of this drawing has nothing to do with anything.
Excellent.
All right.
This is where our horses died.
Yeah.
It
So-
is.
I recognize it.
Where horses go to
Oh,
die.
look.
All right. Since I'm drawing, I should switch what map our view here because I'm only showing big pics. Let's go to battle map. Okay, and then why is that focused on that? That's super weird. 1 second. No, not that. There we go. Okay. And then chat's all wrong now too. Sweet. Why is that doing that? Okay. Awesome. I'm going to put it back to RP and you guys can see the map and I'll make the Twitch be able to see it later. All right. So, drawing on here. All right. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this.
With a red line. It's always the best way to do it.
I don't know what's happening, but I like it. This is fascinating. Today is the anniversary of me winning my height in cases of Bud Light because I won the karaoke contest at our local Taste of Fond du Lac event, and the prize was your height in beer. and it was
excellent.
all Bud Light.
So you didn't actually get any beer.
You didn't.
That's okay.
Also, I'm not sure you won.
You can drink a Bud Light. Come on. It's
They
a
were
hot
really
day,
looking for a way to
sitting
get
out
rid of
there.
that.
That's true. That's true.
It was okay for a couple of them, but when we got to like case 4, we're like, this sucks so bad.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6,
You
7.
could only
It was
drink up to
8
your knees. Is that what you're saying?
Just take it to a
Eight.
baseball game. Then there
It was
goes.
8 cases of Bud Light in bottles.
You're
could've
only
sold
8
it.
cases tall.
In bottles.
Oh, bottles. That's
Why
better.
can I not?
Okay.
I can't remember how to change my color.
You could have opened a little dive
You
bar.
click on the pen and then click on the thing you're looking at, and then up on the top right, where the top above it, where the map buttons are, is a little box to change the color.
I got
I believe.
nothing.
I
I
can't
want to
see
go
it
down
in
and
this.
visit New Text. That's a cool name.
It's right next to
Might be
Ramshackle
where you
Bivouac.
are. I thought you were at New Text.
Okay, so this doesn't help because it's red. I want another color, and I haven't figured out how to do that yet.
We can't draw, so I can't pretend.
Right.
You could do it with an area of effect.
I got it. I just needed settings. Okay. So, well, that's great. I picked another color and it made it red still. Brown. I have to hit save. Okay. Brown. Okay. Configure. Okay. Thank you. So then switchbacks go like this. Okay. So you guys, the cave is like 3 cliff faces or 2 cliff faces down, and you've been switchbacking back. The cave is. Let me go to pinging here.
This is useful.
The cave is right here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The steading is up here. So can you tell these are elevation lines that I did with the red?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is the top of the hill. The Etten is also at the top of the hill, but to the northwest. What I didn't draw very well is that the Etten should actually be more like right here. I didn't do this very well because it's northwest of the steading as well. Just when I said it's less north, more west, it's
Mm-hmm.
the
So
egg.
it's higher than the studding.
It's not higher. It's more north.
When you say the Etten, do you mean the bivouac?
The bivouac, but the 2-headed.
It's gonna be
which
an
we've been
Etten.
told Netton has dragged Chad.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
we
you've been told
assume.
by a Mike and a
Could have left.
a stoned youth. Yeah.
Cool. Stone
Stoned
youth.
youth.
Played by Stone Youth.
I'm headed this way.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Sorry, chat, that you didn't see that. It's a mess anyway. It's probably not going to
Dad?
translate to chat.
You know,
Chat.
it brings up a good
That-
thing, interesting point, Paul, that I'm
Chad didn't see it
digesting.
either.
Is that this is because I always feel like I'm either showing maps for combat or no map at all, and I actually think there is I think there's a balance of would have been cool to see even if we never did combat on it, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I'm just sort of processing for myself, even just having a map that's just crudely drawn here. I mean, this,
Art helps.
yeah.
And it's just I never take the time to draw stuff that's not a battle map.
Yeah, well, it's lower priority
Also-
for sure.
Also, drawing mountains is hard.
Yeah, no shit.
So
Also, drawing is hard.
You both do like city maps or land map. Like I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
like sometimes those have been beneficial. It's just there wasn't
Yeah.
one representing
right.
this
and
area.
and this is
Yeah.
this is all sort of like none of this is in. I don't have a map from the module for this.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
this is all like, this is all supposed to be theater of the mind, and I'm just not good at describing to you guys what I'm seeing, so, or what
Mhm.
is described. So, it's easier for me to draw, I guess. So I should probably.
Ramshackle Bivouac actually gave us a very clear picture. I
It
will-
did
I
actually.
was very.
Yeah,
I had a-
very
I had a
clear
mental
through the
picture.
things, just not in relative location
And
to other
n-
things, and that's my failing. I don't do well with that level of theater of the mind.
I almost looked up what the hell Etten was, but
Well, now I'm feeling like I've let everybody down here. This should say ramshackle bivouac.
You know when you were hungry a while ago, but you've already eaten.
Nice.
Oh god.
Nice.
You know how you were describing the mushroom shadow? There is some, I think, an Asian beetle that flew in, and I have a light right over here, and it was crawling on the edge of the lampshade, and the shadow on the ceiling was just massive ladybug shadow. I was like, don't
That's
run
what
away!
I
I
was-
know your cousins.
I was doing an allegory of the cave sort of thing, but all right.
Yeah.
So you guys have a decent idea of what's going on now.
Yep.
So
Yes.
basically,
Chaos.
Vela's like 40 feet up from the cave, maybe 50.
Okay.
All right. So what is it?
40
And you are heading like these
Ooh,
This
cave.
is not isometric. I just want to so hear this.
That way.
You've got like 200. You got not 200 feet. It's many like yards in the distance. You're gonna go over treetops here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And any of us that would follow would kind of have to take a
Either switchbacks
switchback
or
approach.
climbing up the side
Yeah.
of the
Or flying.
Okay.
But it's just
Or
a hill.
Right.
It's a hill, but there are sharp inclines. So
It's a hill like the Appalachians are hills.
yes, correct.
Yeah.
Where there would also be a ramshackle bivouac.
Yeah.
That actually is very true. So, what is it you wish to do?
Well, it pains me, but I think we have to go rescue Chad.
What about the Myconids? Do we just
They,
can they wait?
I recognize their plight, but I feel like we owe Chad for being here and watching out for us.
Plus, I think he's skipping leg day.
Which means there's no way he can run away from them.
I know.
All right, who needs to fly?
Certainly wouldn't hurt.
So I can make 3 people have flying abilities. And get the fly spell.
Well,
I can
and
fly
Elsa
for
can fly.
for 1 minute without your spell. But not very fast. I don't know if I'll get there.
Yeah, I still can't turn into anything that flies.
Does that happen
'cause
at level 13? Because
taking a
I'll
long
feel
time.
bad.
Yes. Well, it happens at Druid level 6 or 8 or whatever is the
At
next
Druid
level.
level
Yeah,
8, but
Yeah.
is your next
That's
level.
it.
Yeah.
It's my next level. Yeah.
Sorry.
So for 8 freaking months, I've been unable to fly.
I know, it's coming.
I feel like
just
we've
a
been
baby
asking you about it
step
every
away.
episode. Can
I
you
know,
fly yet,
I
Robin?
know. No.
So, Paul, would
I
you
mean-
say that the distance is less than 500 feet or more?
It's probably closer to like 1,000 total.
1,000 total.
Yeah, I won't be able to fly that in the time that I have.
All right. Mechanics question.
Try to
Paul.
climb though.
Well,
Are you cool
yeah,
if I
it's over.
cast-
It's over 500, but it's not 1,000. I would say because I'm saying it's like 50 feet up the side of the thing, up the hill, and then I'm saying it's yards. So then I'm saying like 500 feet. So it's gonna be like 550. It's gonna be just over.
Okay. Are you comfortable? This is a mechanics question about concentration. Just want to get clarity on this. Can I cast Dimension Door if I cast Fly and everybody else? Or will that break the concentration? Because it's not a
Well,
concentration.
if you use
Dimension
your-
Door is not concentration.
You're casting it.
Yeah, and it's not a
Oh,
concentration
because you don't have your cloak
spell.
anymore. You gave it to Vela.
I think she gave it back, right?
Oh.
But also my spiderweb thing is Dimension Door.
Oh.
I did give it back.
Well, that was the sort of the thing I was saying with magic items. This is I'm sort of like that's not really casting.
Okay.
In my view, I know there are other people who have a different view, but if you use a magic item, the magic is coming from the item, not you.
All right.
But rules
Here's
is
what we're
written,
going
you
to
can
do.
And I
maintain
have one of
concentration
those
and still
bracelets.
cast a spell that's not concentration.
That's true. That is true.
Cool.
So-
Just making sure because I knew that there was some kind of house ruling around that. I just want to be careful about.
No, I don't
I-
have any house rule on that.
I do have one of those bracelets too.
Yep.
So, but I don't know what they all can do. Like I don't have that item in my inventory
Okay.
or
No,
anything.
I'm
So
sorry.
I don't
haven't
know
made it
what
yet.
it can do. But if you're saying that it does that, like I don't remember
Spider
at
climb
what
and dimension
level.
door are the two things you know it can do right now.
Okay. And for a while, mine was behind his, like, but I don't know if it's caught up. So I haven't been using any of those things. But I can, if you want to just fly, I can be a black bear, which can climb, and I can just climb my way up.
500 feet, though, it's quite the
Well,
distance.
I mean, it would take a while, but it's going to take a while to fly, too.
If you both can dimension door, why don't one of us, Alva, I'll go with Winston.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alva can go with Mary or whatever.
As long as mine is able to do that now. It hadn't been before, like when I first put it on.
Right. It was new, but now it's been in proximity to the one that Robes is wearing.
Why don't you give it a try, Mary? And if you can't, then you can always borrow my cape.
All right, so we're gonna first go rescue Chad. What are we gonna do with this little baby mushroom? Just leave it
Here,
here?
we'll come back.
You can. You will come back. You will help me.
I'm eyeing him and wondering what he tastes like.
Oh boy.
I'm getting like this squirrely snake eyes.
Chicken of the woods.
Leave it alone. You don't touch this baby mushroom.
He's
over
not
here.
a chicken of the woods. It's a whole different type of mushroom.
That's why I named him. That's why I named him Sid Barkley.
Chickens are sentient. I mean, maybe not sentient. Sentient, but not sapient.
Yeah, he is saying, "You will come back. You will come back for me. You will help."
I would definitely. I can't speak for everyone in my party, but I definitely want to help you. But I don't want you being in danger, so you find a place to hide, okay?
I will wait here for you. And then he just sits and he kind of moves into the shadows, and it's hard to find him.
Okay, great. I think that he'll be safe. And I'll try with Nubin to Dimension Door, if that's all right with you, Nubin. Because you're kind of my watcher lately, so.
Yep, I'm good with that.
Okay.
I'll go with Robes here.
All right, and you guys are trying to Dimension Door to where?
Where we can see where Vela's going?
So you guys run outside the cave, look to see where Vela is, and try to Dimension Door as close to that. Okay.
And I think we can probably hit the switchback, if we're smart, and then run around, if I'm understanding the structure. Because we can't quite make it up top, because it's like this distance here, this distance here, 50 feet too far, roughly.
This is kind of what I was thinking, and I know that this might throw up some internal measurements here. I was thinking you could get to about here.
Oh, okay. Yep. Boom. Done.
You could get to the top of the thing and maybe like 100 feet southeast of the ramshackle bivouac.
Robespierre, aim a little high, because I'd rather have to fly you down than end up inside the mountain.
Yeah, what he said.
You could blow up the rocks.
Really know what I'm doing. I've never done this before, but fingers crossed.
Okay.
Just picture a point in space and then.
Did not see you choosing Chad, so 1 second. I need a new map. I
How many maps did you create only for us to go a different direction?
I made 3 maps for Dusty a couple weeks ago that were to be as generic as possible to be used in whatever random encounter came up during the
There's
fundraiser.
one that'll work with a ramshackle bivouac.
And I know exactly. You probably know exactly which one. And the one I thought there might be an encounter with a patrol on the side, and I pulled another one off from that map too. And that's the one I thought was going to happen. But I rolled a 2, and then you chose Chad. So hold on.
It seems like the most urgent need.
No, I'm not judging you. I just.
You sound judgy.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that you would.
You thought
save
we wanted to get high, not
who was dragged by a 2-headed monster. I thought you'd leave him to die, like the people you are.
He's been there serving a purpose for you for weeks.
Baby crying for help for his parents.
We're still gonna help.
Okay.
By the time we get down there.
You read me right, Paul.
Baby crying for help, but won't actually tell us doesn't have any idea how long he's been in trouble.
It's like 200 years.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair. All right.
That would be
This
a great
one we
twist.
know
We
is
get down
within
there.
30
Listen,
minutes.
Chad's
could
a
fight
man-child. He
quickly.
can't care for himself.
It's a tough call, but I do think we're going to get here quicker than we'd get down to his parents anyway.
Yeah.
And
An actual child is more likely to develop self-care.
I'll be right back while this map is
Yeah.
coming up.
Growth opportunity
And-
for Chad, maybe?
We know we can kill an Etten.
I don't even know what that is, Vela.
Don't we have? Haven't we already fought an Etten?
No.
I don't know.
No.
I'm gonna
Isn't
pull
that what the
Waith
things
out
were
from
at
the...
Wait.
Wait.
Wade's going to be so happy.
Wait, I know you're busy doodling a map, but what is an Etten? And I'm assuming he would know what an Etten is, so we all know what Ettens are. And you can what's the
But you
term? I
wouldn't
want to say
know.
contravene.
But you wouldn't.
We
But
heard it
you
was a
wouldn't-
two-headed giant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Two-headed giant.
I thought in my head, for some reason, I thought we'd fought them when we did the burrowing thing.
Nope.
I don't remember Ettins.
I don't
Oh,
either.
okay. What was the thing that we fought there?
You fought a lot
We
of things.
fought-
And kegs.
Hill giants, I think, right?
Unkeg, I think, might be what I was thinking of. Ramshackle bivouac. I found a
fought
picture
Etten
of a
and
bivouac
Critical
that
Role.
is like the opposite of ramshackle, and now I feel like I have goals for.
I found a
for this.
poem that uses the word
A
ramshackle.
Spell
back.
of Light by Longfellow. In the world's broad field of battle, in the bivouac of life, be not like dumb-driven cattle, be a hero in the strife. Right?
That's an awesome recall, but I found
What?
a worse poem that uses
did
the
you?
exact word ramshackle
Wait.
bivouac.
What?
It wasn't
you please-
ramshackled in that poem that I quoted.
What was the what? Can you put that quote in the chat? I want to know that quote.
Right. First, here's the bad one.
Is it the one I made up and typed into Foundry? Because that's pretty bad.
That was
It is
amazing.
pretty bad.
Halt the ramshackle bivouac of the beach trap.
I can't spell. I'll just copy it from what Winston posted.
Ready to see what-
That's how all poems are created.
All right. So I'm gonna pull you all on, but other than Vela, I'm gonna.
This is somebody who spends too much time with a thesaurus.
That was my take too.
I love it.
I mean, some people like words.
That's true.
This is
I
someone
shouldn't
who
say
doesn't
bad, I take
actually
that back.
understand most of what they're saying.
It's not bad. It's not my vibe.
I love that.
I had to memorize it like as a senior in high school, the whole poem. And some things stay in my brain.
It's
Something-
fabulous.
Yeah, no, that's a good line.
It may
Yeah.
not be
Generally
word for
assume
word
that of most of the
accurate,
people
but-
in your profession.
What was that?
I said, Ed, I generally assume that of most of the people in your profession.
What's
what
that?
did Ed say?
He mentioned that he generally doesn't understand anything that he's saying.
No, I'm saying whoever read Winston's poem
Ah, okay.
doesn't
Oh.
understand most of the
It
words
was
they're
me,
using
Ed.
there.
Fine, I'll admit it.
They had a thesaurus and they looked up synonyms for the words they wanted to use and wanted to sound smart.
Yeah, and it's written from 2017 too, so or at least the
Again.
article is.
Ed, I assume that applies to most of the people in your profession.
You're probably right.
Oh,
But not Ed.
Not Ed. Not Ed. No, of course
Yeah,
not.
that's the one thing about law school. I don't know about lawyers, but I know with law school there are law schools that will take you if you have the money.
Oh, yeah.
Med school, it's a little harder. Although there are a
The
few.
only saving grace for that is you still have to pass the bar.
That's true. You still have to pass the bar.
So
is a
you
good
can
point.
get a law school degree as a complete moron if you can pay for it, but you still have to pass the bar
Yeah, that's true.
in most states. There are states where you don't have to.
which states are those out of
Illinois, I
curiosity?
think, right?
Wisconsin is one.
Are you kidding?
Wisconsin. If you go to law school in Wisconsin, you do not have to take the bar in Wisconsin.
Wow. Oh, I'm thinking the reverse. I think Illinois, you don't have to go to law school.
Wow.
Yeah,
Maybe so.
that's true in Illinois. It might still be true in New York, but the bar in both of those states is a lot harder than in other states.
Mhm.
They don't use the multi-state. They have a state-specific exam,
Mm-hmm.
but you can sit for it without having gone to law school.
Really? So if you just like really study on your own and pass it, you can be a lawyer.
Yep,
Wow.
I
I'm
should do
learning
that.
lots.
I
I'm
but
don't
gonna
not
do
a
do
that.
that.
but not a JD.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
don't have the Juris Doctorate, but you are a lawyer.
See, my issue with
Oh,
JD is
man.
I don't have a bachelor's, but I would love to get a JD, but I don't want to
Yeah.
get my bachelor's.
Yeah,
Why
you can
don't
get a bachelor's pretty easily.
I was gonna say you probably could just be like, I have my bachelor's now.
Yeah, I had like
Give
90
somebody
hours.
some
I
money,
just quit
and you're
and started
good.
working.
Man.
Because
that
my
seems
LSAT's
so
really high,
strange.
but
Why
my
can't I get this?
no bachelor's.
Don't worry, Paul. We got content for days.
Yeah, we're just talking about dumb stuff.
We're doing great.
Of course, I
Everything
have a
is
theory that I
content.
would like law school and hate law.
I think you would not be alone.
Yeah, well, I know a lot. I work with a lot of ex lawyers, or I have in the past. In
Okay.
the test prep world, you get a lot of that.
This is gonna sound so dumb after all of that, but I'm gonna ask that we take like a 3-minute bio break because I got this
'Cause
all.
you haven't had one.
No, it's not that. It's because I want to put the map on the Twitch and it's not gonna look right. So
Mhm.
it
Uh,
everybody's gonna see me doing it because I don't know how to do preview on OBS.
oh, hit studio mode.
I have, but it's so small I can't work on it.
Mhm.
It's studio mode.
But then I have to listen to Phil Collins, and I'm not
No,
gonna do
you
that.
could emulate Phil
You
Collins.
get to
instead.
listen to Phil Collins.
What? No,
Studio.
they're actually good Phil Collins songs. That's just not one of them. So, all right.
Do you ever see that Elvis Costello bit on Conan?
No.
Says, I write
No,
50
but
songs a day. I record the best ones. I record the great ones. I sell the good ones, and I give the rest to Phil Collins.
That's awesome. Oh,
nice.
this is not going to be hard to fix. Never mind. I will be able to do this quickly.
All right, 3-minute bio break or not 3-minute bio break?
Go ahead. Let's take. I'm gonna fix this while you guys are talking. We're gonna go break, but I'm probably just gonna mute us and leave everything going. So.
to get back up there? Okay, good.
All right, I think we're back. Dusty's on her way back. And where we're picking up, can you guys see? I've paused the game. Can you guys see?
We're still looking at the ramshackle bivouac map.
Sure are.
Yes.
Map.
What? I'm just not sure what you guys can see. You should be able to see just about everything. There shouldn't be any vision problems here. Hold on, let me see if.
We're still on the one
we're
you
on
were
the one
drawing
you
on.
drew. Yeah.
We're on the
Oh.
mountain map.
Sorry.
Ramshackle bivouac.
Sorry,
map.
I actually have a map called Ramshackle Bivouac now. So that's
Oh.
why.
Oh,
I kind of afraid that was what was happening. That like just by pure coincidence.
Okay. Now,
did you say ramshackle bivouac?
no.
Yes, I
Is
did.
that what you said?
Oh,
I
sure
heard it
did.
too. That's why I laughed. I just want to let you know that. I want to acknowledge the joke.
so you guys are not actually where you're showing on the map here.
The map.
You are 100 feet off the bivouac map.
Thank you.
Thank you for leaning in.
But Vela, you are actually right on the edge. So what you can see as you pull in here, yeah,
So I pull in.
the Corvette just
Screeching the wheels.
as you get into the area here, you can see like the
As you move your tray tables into their upright position.
welcome to
in
the
my final
ramshackle
descent.
bivouac. The local time
The
is
time here.
so you see this ramshackle bivouac, but it's huge. And then you see a two-headed creature that is like stoking a fire. That's the smoke that you saw. And it looks like might be getting ready to spit a humanoid in Keeland armor that you recognize as Chad.
Any little legs kicking out.
Yeah, he's got his chicken legs out, but his big burly chest is, his armor's been stripped off. He's still wearing his helmet. But he is.
You like to steam them in the shell.
Yeah, well, just the noggin, just the noggin.
Is there really any wonder that we're only like halfway into this like first page of this episode of this adventure?
No, it's not a wonder at all.
It's not even a wonder at all.
No. So,
some people wonder if we're even playing a game or if we're just sitting here chatting and being stupid.
So,
Yes. And.
Vela, you fly in, and that's what you see is this guy, and he seems to be arguing with himself about how best to cook this guy.
Oh, all right. Does he appear to be holding any weapons?
No, but you see near him a battle axe and a great club.
And how many feet away would you say I am?
You are like 50 feet.
Perfect. Telepathically, I am going to say... Oh, can I understand? He's in common? He's arguing in common with himself?
I don't think so. These guys are...
Okay, because you said I could understand him, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I made it sound that way. Hold on.
You're going to have to pick a head to aim for with your telepathy.
That's true. I just want to make sure that I know what language he's speaking.
Not in common.
Elvish?
Nope.
Womp.
Giant.
All right, so I'm going to pick the... What you...
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, this thing looks like the monsters from Fraggle Rock. The big fuzzies.
Waggle!
Yeah. I'm gonna pick the red head and hits map. I don't know what that is.
Map is
hits
amazing.
Map.
Thank you.
I think it's
this is
map.
one of
the
my
letters.
Oops, yeah, this map.
This is when I started learning how to use the shadow functions that I got for Dungeon Draft, and then made the trees look forced perspective as hanging over the. It's taking a while to figure it out, but I'm getting there. Anyway.
So I'm gonna aim for the red head, and in common I'm gonna say, clearly you should tie up his feet first. And then I'm going to aim for the blue head and say, it's important to tie up his hands first, obviously.
Okay.
And then I'm going to stealth in this tree arbor.
Give me a stealth roll.
Or hide, I should say. Sorry. I'm going to stealth.
Your
Oh, that's not
arboreal
very
perch above the ramshackle bivouac.
good. That's the one. Arboreal perch. Whoops, wrong way.
And you don't understand any of this, but Mary does. 'Cause she's 100 feet away, and she can hear one of them go, "Who said that? I want in the tree over there." They see you.
I think they see Vela. We better rush and come to help her.
I will now need initiatives.
Oh, shoot.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
No, you don't. You
Aw,
already
man, I was
talked.
gonna
You
throw a
already
fuzzy
talked twice.
ball.
You talked twice,
I
and
know.
you hid.
Yeah.
So all right.
I was hoping to avoid actual combat.
Well, I still can avoid it.
You might. I'm gonna kill me some giant.
Nice. Initiative.
I love that it's
is it
smart
ready
enough to
for
give me
us?
advantage on that.
Sorry, I'm a little slow getting in there. Sometimes I'm not getting the symbol right, but I'll just assume it's there.
You got it.
The symbol's not showing up. Sometimes it'll do that for me. It's really bizarre. But if I hit the button, it still
The
works.
face placement on Chad, all I could see was like,
That's really
"Hey,
good."
you guys."
Yeah, that's weird.
Dad,
It's.
love junk.
I just figured out how to make giant token. Like if there's one that rules them all, it goes on the whole token. I finally figured that out. So he's unconscious. So if you hit shift and click that, that makes it over the entire token. I didn't know that.
That's fun.
Okay.
Didn't know that either.
All right. So and then right and left click is remove or add layers of it. So for the future. Okay. So Elva, you are 100 feet away. You hear the big. You hear. Well, you know Mary is aware.
We hear some kind of bellowing.
Yep.
And Mary just said Vela's been spotted.
Yep. And that's where we start initiative. So you are the first to react to that.
All right. Bonus action ignite my sword. So I am real obvious, and then dash 60 feet.
Okay. That'll get you within, I guess, if this is
So
40.
40 feet off of the map. Is that right?
Yeah, I said you were 100 feet off the map, so you're 40 feet off the map. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. That will bring us to Nubin.
100 feet off the map. Got it.
But Nubin's a monk, so he can move 100 feet around no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to move 100 feet, and that's my turn.
Okay. So you are actually now where you're on the map. Nubin, you're actually there, unless you want to be on one of the other squares there. You can be in any first row square that you wish.
I like this one.
Okay. That square is yours. You've claimed it. All right.
That takes the square.
That was your dash and your step of the wind and everything else.
Oh wait, I get 50 more feet, don't I? If I spend a key point, I can get right up in that.
What's your run?
You sure could with the bonus action.
Oh yeah,
you can. Yeah, you can step with the wind.
Yeah, you could
get
totally.
right on him.
You could totally get right to him.
But then I can't do anything but let him hit me, so that would be dumb.
But you'd get an attack of opportunity if you tried to run towards Vela. Like, it'd be a way to protect her, but it's putting yourself in harm's way.
He's in a tree.
Up to
run
you.
To.
Yes, the giant is really concerned about you being in a tree.
I'm going to run to that
I don't know how
spot.
tall the tree is.
All right.
That way you can't just smack me, but...
You're basically playing T-ball right now.
And I would say, in this case, that will do. And Tony, I don't know if you specifically thought about that. But a giant, this giant has a reach of, it's right here, right? But some of the bigger giants, they can hit you if you're here, and the biggest ones can hit you where you're at. So just as a heads up,
So
you guys would commonsensically know that. I'm just
So
thinking for game mechanics. You're safe where you're at currently.
and I said out loud, I want to be outside of his reach. So he's
Yep.
got to move to me.
You actually could move one more, and he'd have to move to get to you. But
I'm
he's
good.
gonna
I'm
be
good
able
where
to.
I'm at.
He's gonna be able to move and attack you no matter what. I mean, he's gonna move
Right.
more. Yeah. So okay. All right. That's your go, Tony.
It is.
All right. Robes.
All right, I'm going to run up next to because Alva, you dashed forward, right?
Yep, I'm 40 feet off of this map at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to Mary and say, Mary, you want to get a little closer? Or are you happy back here?
Get a little
Go
bit closer.
Sure.
All right, I'm going to grasp her arm, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weather style, and I'm gonna cast Thunderstep. So Thunderstep is just gonna it's gonna boom, shoot us forward. I'm gonna try to.
And Elva is 60 feet in front of you currently, so that's not gonna hurt Elva with you doing
Yeah,
that. Okay.
it's
correct.
a 10-foot
Right.
radius.
Yep.
So the idea is knowing that Mary is ranged, but I still won't get close. I'm gonna basically like take the 10 steps towards her, and then I'm gonna boom us to like here, which I think is probably about the range of the spell anyway. So it's a 90-foot range.
Okay.
Does that feel fair, or do you feel like maybe back here?
Wait, weren't you still 100 feet away?
Yeah, so I'm 100 feet
off
away
of
from
the
this
map.
point, or I'm 100 feet.
Uh-huh.
I'm 100 feet off the map. Okay.
You're 100 feet off
100
the map.
feet away from where you are on it right now.
Got it. Okay, I thought it was
Yep.
100 feet away from
So you
this
could
guy.
run
Okay.
20 feet and do that, or you could run 30 feet and do that and get to.
But you couldn't take Mary with you because Mary hasn't had a chance to move forward.
That's right.
Yeah, I'd have to grab Mary and then run. So that was the idea. So that said,
I mean,
so
that
I
would
was
make
like,
sense.
yeah, so I think I was like 10 feet from Mary-ish.
You could hold your
So-
action and go on Mary's turn to do that.
That's all right. I'll go ahead and just, I'll go, sorry, I'll go 90 feet and then I'll run the additional, I say I have another 20. So I can get 10 feet to get on the map and then another 10 feet.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bonus action Hexblade Curse this guy.
Can you put that in the chat? I never remember what it does.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up my character sheet for some reason. I'm having trouble. Okay, there we go.
All right. So Mary didn't bamf with you in this scenario.
No, she did.
Oh, she did. Okay.
I ran 10 feet to her, bamped, and then I dropped her, and then I ran 20 feet.
Okay.
So she's 10 feet off of the map at this point.
She is 10 feet off the map. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Thank you. Is that your go, Robes?
that's all I can do.
Meriwether, you're up.
All
Mm-mm.
right.
No, she's not.
No?
Oh yeah, she is. Sorry, I had
No.
you as first in my head. I thought you'd gone already. My apologies. I'm really
Okay.
sorry.
I'm like, well, it looks that way. Maybe there's something I don't
I
know.
just
sorry.
actually opened up the turn order, so I was like, really?
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
So I'm basically back here still. I'm 10 feet off the
that's
map.
actually
right?
correct. You are that's
Okay.
perfectly where you are. We just don't have
I don't
nice.
mind staying there.
We don't have
So
color
I'm-
background.
Yeah, it's really gray rock over
Yeah.
this way, but
This
Nice.
is
All
that
right.
part of the never-ending story that's coming after you.
I think I
Nothing.
will bonus action Hunter's Mark that creature,
Okay.
and then I want to shoot some arrows at it.
Hunter's mark. I know there's a bullseye guy here.
Extra one
Mary
d-
could just target
Okay.
it. That's what I was been thinking about doing with my
Yeah,
Hunter's
you
Mark
can
and
do that
Creature Key.
too, actually.
If you go to the icon right below, on the left side of your screen, Mary, below like the square grid thingy, there's like the target bullseye looking
Yeah.
thing. If you click on that and then click on the Etten, it'll
Oh,
put a little
Now I have
triangle throughout
Mary,
it.
and I also have Mary's color targeting it, so I see it as
Yeah.
a green mark on it. So that's fun.
So I've targeted it. All right, I did. I'll make a long.
Oh, nice. I see that too.
27 to attack.
That will definitely
or
hit.
to hit?
Yeah, that will
All
definitely
right.
hit.
So I don't know. There's a damage button on Hunter's Mark too. I don't know if it's actually.
I don't know
It'll be
that it won't know
17
that. It won't know that.
total. 17 piercing
Okay,
total.
you got it.
And then I will make an extra attack.
It screams in rage.
And that's a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. With, sorry, I have to go way up there to get that Hunter's Mark. 14 total.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. Vela, you're up.
Yeah, I am. I am going to. Is the ball? That's an action. I'll do that one. Oh, wrong button. Zoom. I'm going to hit it with a ray of enfeeblement. I need a con save, please.
Okay. It's con saving throw. Normal. 14.
You a miss.
What happens to me?
Oh wait, that was my attack roll. On a hit, the target deals only. Okay, so I'm assuming a 24 hits.
Yeah.
On a hit, the target deals. You only deal half damage with any weapon attacks that use strength until the end of until the spell ends. So
Oh.
I am concentrating, and
Okay.
you are enfeebled.
Gotcha.
And at the end of your turn, you can make another con save.
Gotcha. Okay. That will bring us to the Etten, who's like feeling very weak and the other one says, and Mary understands in very childish language, I'm just so hungry. Me too.
Your mic's cutting you out.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you're getting negated.
They said, I'm just so hungry. And the other one, me too. And they'll step and they will strike at Newman. Battle axe comes swinging down at Newman. 24. No, that's what he rolled. Why did I not get to roll a die? Oh, because I clicked the wrong button. There we go.
Oh, that'll do it every time.
An 8 is very different and will miss. And then it wasn't a great club. It was a Morning Star. Sorry. Big pointy ball comes swinging also at Newman from the other side. And 15 to hit Newman?
Nope.
All right. It just...
Noob just kind of ducks out of the way.
Arms feel like butter. All right. That's it for the Etten. Only one who's understanding this, I believe, is Mary. Elva, you're up.
Still 40 feet off of here.
Okay.
So I'm going to run. I'm going to run forward 30 feet. So I'm 10 feet off.
Okay.
Can't quite get there.
Oh, he gets a con save.
At the end of his turn.
Sorry. The Etten.
Okay.
Oh, to shake off ray of enfeeblement.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. Sorry for interrupting, Elva.
That's okay. So I'm gonna run. I run forward 40, or for 30, and then I will bonus action Misty Step, and then dash, so I can actually get to him.
Okay.
Ooh, super close.
All right.
And I have enough movement with that to get over to here, so I'm gonna stay between him and Chad.
Perfect. Understood. And that wipes out everything unless you action surge?
Correct.
Okay. Cool. Newman.
So, I can see the picture, but can you describe this creature for me just a little bit more, like physically, what does it look like?
He's a little taller than an ogre, and it's basically that sort of classic goofy two-headed giant monster thing where they don't always get along and they talk to each other, but they're one body. It's like a Sesame Street monster, um, but it is quite big, and if you guys weren't as accomplished as you were, quite threatening.
I just want to say that if you saw a Sesame Street character in real life, it'd be equally scary.
I think so too. If you saw a blue
fucking
thing that didn't
terrifying.
seem to have muscles other than whatever armature is in it, but yet it was moving around as if it had its own sort of otherworldly motivation movement. Ugh. Oh.
Those are at most car dealerships down here. Actually, what you just described, Paul.
Oh,
The
all
no
the
guys.
And they're
all
going like
those.
this.
Oh, I hate those guys. No, they're everywhere. They're here too. They always freak me out.
Okay. So roughly how tall?
I believe an Etten is 12 feet tall.
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna regret this, but I'm taking a page out of Cora's playbook, and I'm gonna climb up on it. I want to just basically jump up and grab its head, and be like on its back.
Okay. Give me an
I don't even know how to do that.
acrobatics check.
All right.
An 18 will do
18.
it. You have climbed up. Now that was your action. You can bonus action use key to do something, but your action was to climb up on the Etten.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a key point and do flurry of blows, and I'm just gonna start punching it. I get 2
Ed, you're muted,
attacks.
I think.
I don't think you can because you didn't take the attack action.
Oh.
Oh
I think
shit!
flurry of blows only happens when you take the attack action.
You can bonus action martial arts, though, hit him once, right?
I think it requires the same taking the
Oh.
attack action. I'm not
Okay.
certain. You should. I mean,
Yeah, look in the monk
you would
thing.
know your. I'm not playing a monk tonight, so. But I think both of those require as a precursor that you took the attack action on your turn.
I have in the past allowed it.
If you want some coverage, you could consider what he did at grapple.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's part of the attack.
Which would
action.
also mean he only took one of his attacks.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of see it as like an acrobatic grapple.
That's fine, and that keeps
Oh,
it.
that's cool. Let him punch him.
And that also, it's cool, and also that's what I've allowed Cora to do a zillion times, so let's just call it that. It's a grapple, so one of your attack was used to climb up him. Alright, so then you have one attack that's not a bonus action. 24 will hit, for sure. 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Alright.
Now I'm going to. Well, so now that I've attacked once, now I can spend a key point and keep wailing on him, can I?
Correct.
All right.
10 will miss. Well, a 1 will always miss. They're talking about getting rid of that for the next gen, by the way.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Well, always missing?
Autofail?
Yeah.
In
yeah.
the
Kind of a
in the
shame.
current UA, they have it not only keeping it but expanding to every check.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah.
there was some discussion of getting rid of that altogether of auto fails, yeah.
No, in the current D&D 1 playtests that they put out this week, they've kept it and expanded it to
Yeah.
saving throws and skill checks.
Interesting. Yeah, I had just read a thing that they're talking about for the next edition. They're testing a bunch of stuff, but one of the things they're thinking about getting rid of is that critical fails altogether. So, interesting. 12 will hit.
Oh, good. I'm
So
actually a little surprised by that.
he's not wearing any armor. And he doesn't look particularly dexterous. 8
Okay, so
points
8
of-
more points of damage.
So you climb up the back. So like the way I'm sort of picturing this, you're in front of him, and then you just sort of climb up, like you snake up his leg, climb up his back, and then just start pounding the back of his head.
Yep.
Each 2 of his heads, both of them. So Newbin is now like 12 feet up in the air, just gripping with his legs and punching on this guy's heads. That will bring us to Robespierre.
All right. So for the sake of the cinematics, basically I've bamped out, dropped Mary, and I'm just kind of mid-charge. I'm just going to carry the charge forward
Okay.
and run up. And I'm pulling Waith out and just saying, Waith, look at these. It's a giant. I turned into Arnold Schwarzenegger for some reason. And then I'm going to take it out and just double cross slash him.
It's
Or double slash him.
on! All right.
Here we go. All right.
You might cut that out too.
Oh, he's so excited. He says, "It's on!" I probably cut out again.
No,
You
got it.
didn't. That time we
Yeah,
got it.
got you. That's
All
right.
right.
I don't want to use ability. I want to use Waith. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's fine. All right. I don't know what its ability is. I'm just going to ignore all that stuff and just swing. 23.
I believe he is +3 to giants, right?
He's better than that. He's plus D6, I think.
When you hit a creature of giant type, the giant takes an extra 2d6 slashing damage and must succeed.
2d6.
Okay, so that's just on the damage, but it's no bonus to hit, huh?
No, oh yeah, no bonus to hit. That's
okay.
okay. I'll take it. 23 will do, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, so here comes the damage. It's 23.
All right, he's still up.
And then he needs to do a
But
DC
I was
15 strength
just
check.
hungry. Oh, no,
I feel bad, but I don't think Wade's
No,
calling me
you
stop.
don't need people. Find something else.
no dear.
All right, give me a DC 15 strength check.
All right, what is?
Strength saving throw. Sorry.
Yep.
And is that the number?
That is +5, so a 13.
I'm sorry, Newman. I was specifically hoping this wouldn't happen, but you fail and you go prone.
So he falls over, and so does Newman. But Newman cannot fall because he's a monk.
Yeah.
So Newman will land like a cat.
That's why I didn't mind climbing up there. Actually.
Otherwise, he might have taken 1d6 bludgeoning, but he can't fall.
And I'm actually
That
going to
would've
land
been funnier.
superhero pose.
Ooh.
Really bad for your knees.
Also, Paul, that's an extra 4 damage. I forgot because he's cursed.
Oh, okay.
Um,
He's still up.
And then I'm going to come back with Waith. All right, finish it. And just plunge this, neutral good sword into the heart of this beast with advantage.
That'll do it.
Oh, man. Barely. And then just for fun, we're going to do the damage. 2d6 plus 4.
Yeah.
29.
As you plunge it into his heart, he just hungry. And that's
Oh,
That's right. I won't tell you what he's saying. It'll just sound like,
It's true.
yeah.
You don't have to feel bad.
Thank you.
He sounded so
Thank
angry.
you.
He's cursing you to the grave. That's what he's doing.
Nice.
And I'm gonna walk over then and smack Chad to wake him up.
Chad is unconscious, so you would know if you smacked him. That might
It'd be two failed death saves.
be
Yeah,
2
don't-
failed death
Not
saves to
kill
Chad.
him.
That would be
Zero?
counterproductive then.
He's unconscious,
Is it-
so yeah.
No,
Does that
I
mean
will.
0?
I
Ooh,
will reach
ooh.
down. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. I was just spared the dying from real far away.
Oh, I was gonna actually heal him.
Well, you can do that too.
So
I
yeah,
mean,
I'll
I
reach
can-
down
yeah,
and grab his arm and use healing hands as I pick him up
And he wakes up and he looks at you and he's,
and give him 12 hit points.
"Are you an angel?"
Now I'm gonna smack
Yes.
Chad.
But it's not relevant.
Super relevant. All right.
Grab and get back to the mushroom because that poor child needs our help.
No, I'm just gonna carry you because I can tell you don't work your legs, you idiot.
Chad does
So-
skip leg day.
I forgot that Waith does have some special stuff.
Yes.
He has a wand of enemy detection ability. I've never used this before, but I can determine the direction of the nearest hostile creature within 60 feet. Oh, within 60 feet. That's not very helpful right now. Okay. I was thinking it was like if it were a bigger detection circle, I would do it to see if there's any other giants, but
I can't get rid of the big unconscious on Chad.
It's having a similar trouble. I marked so I remember Hunter's mark, and then I couldn't get rid of the mark.
Oh, it's just shift on and off for that one. Okay. Okay. Important to remember, probably when you're in giant layers, like, so just let me know when you have, because I think it acts as a wand of detection. Do you have to activate it, or is it passive? Like it's always, is it like Tony's like dagger of alert or whatever that is, the dagger of warning?
it has charges, so I think it.
Oh,
just
so
means
you have
I
you
think
have
I
to you have to declare you're using it.
Yeah, and it's only
Okay.
60 feet, so it would be. I mean, it'll be helpful for like what's behind this door, or if there's an invisible creature that we're worried about or something. But I don't think it's going to come up as much with that range.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I'll remember whenever it's really for the party. Hey, remember when we're in a lair, we can maybe do this.
Gotcha. Okay. So you leave the Etten in his ramshackle bivouac and take
Aw.
the you take Chad back to his encampment, and I'm not going to RP it out, but the entire time Chad is going to be talking about how he put up such an awesome fight against the Etten to Elva. And I don't need you to roll. You don't believe a word of it.
This is while I'm carrying him because he's too weak to walk.
Right, but I mean, he got the drop on me, but man, my cat-like reflexes, I got 2 hits on him, but I mean, then he kind of smacked my head against the wall once, and that was it.
Yes, I'm sure you put up quite a fight. I've seen you be surprised by the bar you were trying to lift.
Just for the record, since you brought it up, Paul,
Ma'am?
I had to look this up. Hoffnungsval
Yeah.
actually alerts all of us as long as they're within 30 feet of me and
Right.
I am in possession of the weapon. None of us can be surprised.
Yes, as long as you're within 30 feet of each other. Yep.
Okay. All right.
I did know that. We haven't done any surprises. So,
Yeah.
on you guys yet. Yep.
I forgot that was part of Hoffnungsval now. So
Yeah.
I have to look it up for myself.
Yeah, no, it's an important thing going forward.
Yep.
So don't let me forget that.
All right.
Because I will. All right. All right. So, you guys.
Chad, do you think you're safe here in this? Do you think this is a compromised position now? If that creature found you, will others know that this cave is here?
Whoa. I had not given it that level of thought yet.
Oh, really? I'm so surprised.
I mean, that's fair. You were about to beat dinner.
Chad was gonna get eaten. Oh. Chad
Yeah,
has sudden
was
confrontation with his own
hungry.
mortality.
It was going to eat you, just didn't really know the best way to put you on the stick.
Oh, yeah, he didn't do any marinade or anything. There was no rub.
So I don't know, guys, if that creature was like an exile from the others living on its own, or if maybe it is part of the larger Steading and would let the others know where this location is.
Is there any evidence of communication or travel between? Like
How do you guys want to find that out?
We just left.
Oh,
right?
true.
Yeah.
Well, he's not likely to travel again.
Right. So if he hadn't communicated anything to the others, then you should be safe, Chad.
Yeah, no, I feel like I probably need to make a report at this point.
I'll hold up the sending stones, or the sending stone, I guess. We could send a direct line, see what they want you to do. Because if you get eaten, not so bad. If you get captured and you start telling them things, that's bad. They may want you to relocate.
I mean, they're both bad, just in different ways. Some's
It's a
bad for
spectrum.
us as well as Chad.
How strange would it be to get eaten by an Etten?
Does any of us know that it's called an Etten?
Any of
Waith
you?
would have told us, right?
Oh, yeah.
Waith could have told you. Yeah, if you ask Waith.
Sweet.
he'll tell you.
So the whole way back, Vela is just going, dead Etten in a ramshackle bivouac, dead Etten in a ramshackle bivouac. Sort of rapping to herself while we were conversing.
And by the way, Nubin did one thing before we left. I cut one of the red braids out of the beard and one of the blue braids out of the beard, and he's tying them into his own beard.
Oh,
Nice.
creepy, and probably more than a little stinky.
Gross.
Because they don't wash. Actually, they are known for not washing. It's one of the ecology notes on the Etten is they do not bathe. So,
I think it looks cool, Nubin.
the
It smells great.
what you learn from Waith is that Ettins are considered just slightly above ogres. And Waith is like, and apologies to your friend, but like I'm just speaking like what giants think, you know. But like Ettins are just slightly above furbolgs and ogres as giantkin.
He didn't put up much of a fight. You kicked his ass, friend.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, I do as I do, but the they're not exactly like full-on giants, you know. They're giant kin. But
That
so
seems to suggest Waith would be pretty dangerous to use against a furbolg as well. If it's not just giants, it could be giant kid. So make
good
sure that
point.
sword doesn't land in the wrong hands there, Robespierre.
Oh, that is troubling.
yeah, also not in the rules, and I just said that, and it's now canon.
Oh.
As I gave you all the giant bonuses on it because its type is giant. So
Well,
I
does. I think it says if it hits a giant. What does exactly?
it does say giant, and not giant kin.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
what
yeah.
what are ogres called? What are wait? Let me look at what.
I mean, it
Giant.
just says giant type.
Is
so
ogre
your
called
call.
giant? But
I
Yeah,
don't
they're
know.
giant type.
but-
That's their creature type.
but furbolgs are not giants. But you can play an ogre now.
But furbolgs are giant.
Yeah,
Like that's their creature type.
yeah. So
Oh, really? So like an NPC Furbolg is giant type?
I think so.
I would think so. That's the way I've thought about it.
I feel like the way that they've been classifying the new races, that is what
same-
they would
Same
do.
thing with Goliaths.
Yep, I would think so. So yeah, so important distinction. But Waith is like very clearly no offense to your friend, you know, but furbolgs are not, you know, they're on the low end of the giant totem pole, so to speak. Not just height wise.
Explains why they're so good.
Well, I mean they're
No, furbolgs are humanoid. That's their creature.
Yeah,
type.
are they?
I was reading
Okay.
Yep,
through
I
it.
had to look it up.
All right. As long-
I just think Mary would be concerned. I was speaking as Mary. I don't
No,
know
I-
the difference.
I think
but
in character
yeah.
that makes a lot of sense.
and I think
Yeah.
in the
I had
lore
to answer the question for
in
myself.
the lore they're related to giants. So but
Yeah.
I think mechanically it would not have the effect on a furbolg that it would have.
Yeah, it just says as humanoids related to the Fae in
Yeah, they
in
used to
the
be giant.
description,
They
but-
used to be giant kind, and then they speak
Mhm.
giant because they're
Yeah.
still related to giants. So,
Do you want to test? I'll pull
I-
Waith out.
prefer not to. I really
dude,
don't think that serves any
uncool. She's your
purpose.
friend.
No, I mean like she could like put her hand next to you and you could see if you feel bloodlust, you know.
Oh, well, yeah, all right. I could, test. Yeah, sure.
How about you just keep that sword away from someone who'd use it on a friend?
That's a good question, actually. Waith, after all this is done, what do you want to do? Are you going to back to? Do you want to be buried somewhere, place where you won't be abused? Do you want to be given to my children, if I ever have them?
I really I'd really
Bela
like
blushes.
to remember who I used to be.
Ooh, side quest.
Yeah.
I feel like I used to be not a sword. But being a sword is pretty awesome.
It's Chad's legs.
Well, maybe we can sort that out in this journey, huh?
If you just asked what I'd want to do when all of this is over, if I could figure out who I used to be, that'd be bitchin'.
That would be bitch.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Right on. That was awesome though. We killed Netton. Woohoo!
Noob was
Dead in a ramshackle bivouac.
He's like, bivouac. What? Anyway, that's what he does. And then actually, for the next couple times when you draw a waif, he's doing Vela's rap.
It's been cursed.
Dead in a ramshackle bivouac.
Any?
I don't know how long it takes us to walk back, but Mary would be trying to find the little guy, the little mushroom guy, once we do get back.
As soon as you get in, he has not moved.
Oh.
And I think the spore's good for an hour, so you've got a little bit of time left. And so he's like, it's gonna wear off soon. Do you want me to reconnect?
Possibly. I mean, if it's just, I don't know how easy that is for you to do.
I can only do it a few
Just-
times a day. I don't know what a day is though.
Well,
Maybe
that's the
They
problem.
live in perpetual darkness. They don't care about time, and yet it says they can do it 3 times per day. I don't know as a DM how I'm supposed to do
That's
that.
how we can communicate time to them. How
Yeah.
many times have you spored?
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I
Like your
guess.
parents
Yeah,
would
Do
okay.
you feel like you can do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do. I think I can do it again. I think I maybe do it twice more before I really need to rest.
All right. Well, I also have some limited ability to speak with plants and animals, but I don't know what kingdom you fit into, dear thing.
Maybe you should hold on to it until all of our friends are around, and after we've gone a little ways into the caves while you're teaching us how to get there.
Okay, cool.
And then the next time you need to say something, you can poof us, and that way we'll know that it's important.
I need to double check on something before we go further with that. I think I heard somebody say they brought up the sending stone for Chad to report back.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
So our stone, if I remember correctly,
Goes to
the
Ben.
spy master
Goes to
has the other.
Bamboo to Nightshade.
We
Yep.
might
Did we
not want to
identify her
communicate
as
to her.
Alphabet? Sorry.
Yep.
Exactly right, Mary.
Did we?
Yes.
When was that?
Might have been the session you were out.
It was
Oh,
the
no.
session you were out. You found out she's a traitor.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I would not be. I would be not doing what
Yep.
I just said.
Oh, we
Alright.
should totally report to her incorrect information.
Yes, that makes sense. That's a good idea.
That's a dangerous game. How crafty do we think she is?
It's not
I'm not
not
crafty.
terribly dangerous for you necessarily on the front. I mean, as far as playing 2 sides, because the king's already aware. So just
What
Winston,
is it
so
that
you
you were planning to report before you realized she was a traitor?
Chad
Or
wanted
you
to.
remembered?
Chad wanted to send back, be like, hey, I need a report. So I was going to use that as the vector, but I would not have suggested that.
Well, if he needs to report, then we definitely should, so that he's not in the crosshairs for not reporting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe he should just report all as well.
I guess we could report that. How much would that help her to know?
He wouldn't typically use our stone to report that. So
Right,
maybe he
that's-
should report however he reports.
Mm-hmm. I think that's fair.
And we should not use our stone at all unless you have something you want to communicate to the spy master, who we believe to be a traitor.
Nothing at all.
Maybe we should tell her that we're in the hill giant's lair and getting closer. Or not getting closer. We're in the hill giant's lair, and I don't know. I just feel like we should send her on a red herring chase.
What if we told her that the cave has been compromised and so we are heading back because it's too dangerous? And then we could go deeper instead.
Seems
What happens when we don't show up?
It's a long journey, so hopefully
well.
we
She'd
can.
have to send an airship to retrieve us.
Oh, that's right. Hmm.
And that's how we found out she was a traitor, because she intercepted our request for the airship, and they were sending someone other than Uncle Hastings.
And so I just, not to play the game for you, but you guys would have some suspicion that she knows she's been made too. So that's something that would be in the back of your heads, is that there's like fairly good shot she knows she knows, they know, we know, like.
But does she know that we know that we know that she knows
You don't.
She doesn't
Basically,
know.
that
We
we know?
have
that
Three
one
plus
she
two
knows.
plus one.
stone, and the other one is useless. So that's a bit of a shame right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we do know
You do have a
that
direct communication
Chad-
to somebody who might be a traitor, though. So
Yeah.
that is something that could
Yeah,
be
who knows?
useful.
We know that
Right.
she's a traitor.
but she doesn't know that
Potentially.
Chad knows. So we could have Chad report and say, all's well, haven't seen anybody, or
But
nobody's shown up yet.
Yeah, but if he uses our
That's-
sending stone,
that-
No, on
again-
his own,
Oh,
on his
no.
regular
oh,
reporting
but that's
stone.
not to the spy master, is it?
no.
No, but she would find out.
He'd be like, "They're dead. I found their stone. Who is this?"
That would be more interesting.
That is.
It sure would.
I think we maybe just have him report that there's no news to report. All is well. And
I believe.
and are they sending back the adventurers?
I don't remember the
or
name
whoever.
of your first contact that was here the first time you guys got here, but Chad was here the second time. Like you had a fairly straight-laced guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marvin.
Was it Marvin?
It was different. I don't remember.
I just
but
made
I
that
did
up
put
just
a
now.
one
The
syllable
paranoid
name, I'm pretty
android.
Sure.
It
might have
wasn't
been-
Bob, right?
It probably was
Oh.
Steve.
It probably was.
Good chance.
Because
Good chance of that.
Steve
been a
is my
while.
go-to one-syllable name. Hey, Steve.
I don't even feel like it. I'll have to look. I don't remember it, but I felt like I looked it up once before.
It was Gilbert.
But so the whole
Mordecai.
reason I suggested Chad report back is like we don't know if this place is compromised for sure,
True.
and that seems kind of dangerous not to somehow get that information to know, so he knows what to do. You know,
Right. But not to the spy master.
not to the
so.
spy master. I don't know who he reports to be honest.
Captain of the Guards. I think you would. I'm just gonna say you guys know that.
Well, we could probably ask him.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe he would tell us.
Yeah, I should just let these things happen. I'm just like, you guys would know that, but yeah, you can ask him, and he would tell you. I report to Captain, Captain Steve. No, her
It's
name.
not his name. Kill him.
No.
He's a changeling.
Again.
No. Her name is Bethany. I report to Captain Bethany. But we all do. Like, there's only the one captain of like the knights that have these sort of assignments where we report
Hap
back.
is his.
Yeah, that was
Hap.
it. I knew it was a short one-syllable name.
Hap.
That's
I
a
just-
much
yep.
better
Yeah.
name.
Yep,
Okay.
it was Hap. That's
Hap.
it.
Okay.
I didn't quite get there.
Wasn't okay.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, isn't Hap the name of the guy from the Sandman? but never mind.
We've only watched what 2 episodes, and
Okay.
I did
Mhm.
not read the comic books, and I am very
I
I
excited.
still haven't watched any. But
I am very excited to finish that. Also, high recommendations for Miss Marvel. My God, that was great.
Did
All right.
catch that one.
Oh,
I agree.
way
So-
worth it. Okay.
So listen, here's what I suggest, but you can do what you want. Report to your captain. Take her advice. She would know better in terms of your strategic positioning. But I think we are going to go into the caves with this little guy.
Okay.
And I think if we're lucky, this will lead us into the Steading. So we may not be coming back, is what I'm saying.
All right. So,
Because we're dead.
We may not be coming back this direction.
um, wait. All right. Like, I just want to make sure I understand. You want me to report back? Do you want me to? Because he's been following your conversation. I'm assuming you guys are having this conversation, and he can understand common.
Well, I
Mhm.
don't think we needed to have most of it because Robespierre was there when we learned
Right.
that she was a
Not
traitor.
not the whole criminal
So-
part, but whether or not
Okay.
like the whole are we throwing them off the scent kind of thing.
Right.
Like, what's the best thing for him to do for finding out if this is a compromised position or not? Is that fair to say that he
So-
would be picking up on that conversation? Whether or
I
not
was just suggesting to him, take care of yourself and your positioning. We're going to take care of ourselves.
Right.
Re-
And that's-
report as you would were we not
Yep.
here.
But if he's
Okay,
asking,
that last
should we
part-
report about us?
yeah, that last part Ed just said, and then what you just asked. Should I, like, because it sounds like maybe you guys, it'd be better if maybe I didn't see you.
I mean,
I'm
what
gonna
do you think?
put this mildly, but I don't trust that you'll be able to lie convincingly.
What? I did legs
You've
last.
been lying. You've been lying to me about your leg exercises for weeks.
Wait a minute. I did leg day yesterday. R1D20.
Chad,
Okay. That is a 19.
pretty good.
Oh,
Good enough for Robespierre.
Robes knows he's lying.
Oh, so does Elvis. Same role.
All right.
That's amazing.
Chad,
But you know it was a good lie. You also know you're really good at seeing through lies.
True. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, was it a lie? That was what I was looking for.
Chad,
Pretty convincing, but I don't know. I've known a lot of liars.
We should just not tell any more of our plans to Chad then. Let's continue on our way
I
and let
think
Chad
that's a
report
good
whatever
plan.
Chad wants to report.
Chad, fend for yourself, and don't skip leg day.
I just don't want you to be killed when we're gone because that might happen if the other giants know that you're here. So,
No, I
Make
get you. I get
do
it.
what
I'll
you
make
need
a
to
report.
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
And then we can plan our rest away from Chad the bad liar. How
Okay.
about that?
And he's actually starting to he as soon as you guys start to make your plans with the myconoid, you can see he's actually improving or trying to improve the camouflage in front of the cave. So
I thought he was going to be trying to improve his quad muscles.
yeah, he's doing a lot of lunges as he does it. So but that's what okay, so then you guys are with Sid Bartlett. And Sid is like, guys, you're coming with me? You're gonna help me find my parents?
That's the plan.
I really want to do an I am Groot with him and just have him be like, I am Sid, and have it, you guys pick up whatever that is from him. But I'm not gonna do that.
Nice. Well, that's what we'll pretend we're hearing.
Yeah.
I'd like everybody that hasn't been spored. That's all they hear. I am
Maybe, yeah,
Sid.
maybe
I am
that's what he
Sid. I
says
am
out
Sid.
loud.
I'm
Yeah.
Sid. Uh-huh.
I am
Mhm.
Sid, and then if you've been spored, you hear, you're
Mhm.
gonna help me.
Mhm.
So all right, so this guy is like 2 feet tall, giant head. He looks like Groot except for a mushroom, baby Groot. And he's going to start leading you down into the tunnel. It
And
is,
we can no longer understand him.
unless he spores again, he's got about 5 minutes, so you can hear him for 5 minutes. Do you all want to get spored?
Can I ask? I have that speech of beast and leaf. I can't really understand him, but is he small enough? Like, is he fit into that category?
I'm
Oh,
gonna I'm gonna say
it's
yes.
not about a size. It's just a limited matter with beasts and plants.
Uh,
So he would understand the meaning of my words.
Myconids are actually classified plants, even though fungus
Okay.
aren't. But yeah.
So it's beast and leaf, so it's beast and
So
plants.
you could talk to
So I'd have
him.
some ability to communicate, and then I'd be able to
Then you would hear
yeah.
"I am Sid" from him.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't help if he's trying to lead us, but if I needed to say just hold up a minute or something like that,
You could definitely do that if you
he'd
needed to.
understand me.
Yep.
Okay.
You believe, yeah. And if you test it out, he's like, thumbs up.
Okay. Yeah, I don't understand what he's saying, but I think he kind of understands me. I do have the ability to speak with plants too, but that only lasts 10 minutes when I
He's
cast it.
Once you guys all get close to him, he's gonna spore again.
Okay.
So all of you, if you are willing, will get pulled into his spore. If you're not
I'm
willing,
not.
okay. All right. Uh, I know Meriwether has not been opposed. I know Vela
No,
has
I
not been
have. I
opposed.
would be there.
Noob?
Yeah, I'll let it happen.
Nova will? Okay. Noob?
Yep, I'm following the crowd.
Okay, so you guys can all you've been hearing is sort of a "I am Sid," and then all of a sudden you can hear the language. Robes, you cannot. You hang back from the cloud until it dissipates, and all you can hear is "I am Sid." So
Are you noticeably avoiding this? I mean, this is about the third
Yes.
time now that you've kind of stepped back, right?
I have a suspicion about this mind altering spore that
Okay.
just gives me the heebie jeebies.
Well, I think if it's been enough times that it's noticeable, I would ask you. I don't know as if I'm, the first time, second
Lodeg's
time I've
totally
noticed.
fine. These spores, nah.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, normally you seem to be, try a lot of different things. Um, is there something about the mushroom creatures that you don't particularly like?
No, no, no. I think they're quite cute and possibly delicious. But it's just the at least they smell delicious. I've never eaten one yet.
Please don't.
But there's just something about how do you say this? My mind is my castle. It's my fortress. I get a bit nervous about effects that control that. I manipulate it.
Hmm,
That's all. Just
I
I
understand.
have. I just think maybe it's wise if one of us is not under influence, huh? Just in
So
case.
when Vela speaks in your mind, does that bother you too?
Yeah, does this bother you? Only in his head.
Despite her feelings, I do trust Vela, so it
Okay,
doesn't
so
bother
it's
me
the
as
fact
much.
that you don't know and trust the mushrooms that makes it feel unwise.
Unwise.
Curious about despite my feelings.
you were very clear in the last game how you don't trust him anymore.
It's true. I know.
Yeah.
I know. I was just making sure that was the feeling he was
Okay.
referencing.
That was the feeling.
Well,
Yes,
perhaps idea for at least one of us not to. I mean, I just find that's the way they communicate. But maybe it's wise that one of us is clear-headed.
I just, I guess it just there's a lot going on up here. There's more than one already, so I just want to keep it safe. That's all.
All right. I was just curious. I appreciate you telling me.
I appreciate you asking.
You are
Now,
walking talking for this.
I am not Sid. I am Robes.
And I will
Enjoy.
say, if you are, I am ropes. If you are walking and talking, nothing is happening. It is getting drier as you go down. Um,
That seems bad for mushrooms.
it does. And then, as you continue on down, maybe, and I think I said when Kotha flew down here the first time that it was about 300 feet, like on an angle downward.
Mm-hmm.
As you're switching back, I'm not going to do a map, but Mary will remember it. Um, and as you're, kind of cutting to the left, cutting to the right, um, he's moving you through, choices, like, sort of a Gandalf moment of which one smells right. He knows which one, but you guys get to several forks, and he just leads you towards the correct one for him. And uh, eventually, the dryness stops, and there's um, not just a moisture, but a humidity. Well, wait a minute. That's a
So it's like flying
that's
from
that's a fucking
Arizona
homonym.
and
No,
getting on the plane and
I
then
went.
going out to
I,
Wisconsin in the
I did
summer.
I did a homonym there that I shouldn't have done. It's because I used bivouac instead of lean-to. Um, it's warm. It's like almost steam is what I meant to say, but not quite steam. It's not scalding or anything like that. But
So
there's
Miami in the summertime.
I've not been in Miami in the summertime. I've been in Orlando in the summertime, and I did not enjoy it. Uh, but it was also during the Florida fires of the late 90s.
I've been to Miami in the summertime, so I know.
It's to me yeah. So like if you have been in Florida in the summer, it's a little bit like that. Um, that but in this case, you can start. I don't know how people are seeing who don't have dark vision currently. I know there's goggles and other things.
Helmet that I
Helmet. Yep.
wear.
Um, so if you look closely at the cave walls, you can see there's water gathering on it. It's there's condensation, and every once in a while you even hear a drip now. As it started off getting drier, and now even only maybe 100 feet down, it's getting wetter.
And now it is moist.
It is moist and hot. The heat is kicking up. Um, and Sid is sort of so gross. And you can see he's like kind of slicking stuff off of himself, and little layers of like mushroom skin kind of come off. And he's like, ugh.
Is this not normal, Sid?
It's too hot.
Is it because of their fires?
I I don't understand everything the adults were talking about, but giants came and they changed things.
And then it got hot.
And then it got hot.
How far away are we? How many more turns before we get to your home?
Like 2. Like we're really close. In fact,
He walked. Is he like boing around, or like how fast is this little guy?
he moves 20, so you guys are moving kind of
Okay.
slow in order for him to be
Okay.
in front of you, because he's a juvenile. So
Do you want to stay here, Sid?
no, I have to find my family. I have to find the rest. The claw chooses.
I could leave a friend with you so you don't have to come into the hotness.
No, we all have to get back together, and you recognize that together is very important.
Okay.
They
I
have
know it's not fun to be alone. I was alone for a long time. Don't
also,
worry, Sid. We'll get you back together.
and they have a hive mind. So like they do trances
Borg.
with each other and get into each other's heads, and
Exactly what Robes is trying to avoid.
I was gonna say the Borg is not a good thing to interface with, if I remember correctly.
no. All right. So we're gonna
Is there
go.
a way to keep him safe, like as we get closer though? Like I just don't want to be walking in and having him getting trampled. Would somebody be able to like carry him or something? Would you want to ride in my like quiver? There's a
You
lot of
could
room in the quiver.
easily carry him.
Okay.
He could ride on top of your quiver quite
Okay.
easily.
Because I usually hold back and like don't get as close as some of the other
Do
people
you
involved.
want Mary, would it be helpful? Like, should I pull out a fuzzy ball and he can ride on whatever comes out?
Well, then we got two kind of squishy creatures, you know?
Yeah. It could run a little faster maybe than him. But that's fine. If you want to carry him, I'm totally fine with that. I was just giving you an option to not have a vulnerability on your back. All good. If you change your mind later, let me know.
All right.
I'll take him.
No, I don't
No.
want you to take him. You were talking about eating mushrooms.
I make a point from now on, unless otherwise explicitly stated, I keep myself between robes and the mushroom at all times.
Okay.
Didn't say when he was alive. I just, if he were to perish, he looks tasty.
All right.
I'm going to acknowledge that with any more discussion. So let's just keep going forward.
As you guys are talking, he starts to get a little bit bouncier, a little as he's riding. I think I've got him kind of in my head as sort of half on Mary's shoulder, kind of riding.
Is he quivering in my quiver?
He is quivering in your quiver. He's like, I Nenvolnash. Fastim. Oh, and Fonsolf.
Well, these must be names.
So exciting. They're near. They're here. Around the corner. Around the corner you will see my friends. They're hurt.
Mm.
So you guys wouldn't be surprised as you turn around the corner to know that there are some myconids in the next chamber on the corner. I'm just letting you know. He's letting you know that as you come around. How do you? I just don't know if you wanted to do something different, like sending him in front, or however you wanted to do that.
If we're spored, we can communicate with all of them or just the one that spored us?
Well, they'll have to spore each other before they're in the same spore group. So he'll like.
Wait, then how did he know they were there?
Because they actually have a little thing that they can do where they know where they are.
But it's different than being able to communicate.
It's a little different, but yeah, they know. Like, well, actually, that's true. It's just that he's now well.
Retconning? Do we not know they're there?
No, I think he's gonna. I'm just gonna say he knows that they're there.
I mean,
So then they know that he's there.
They do.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
So then I would feel comfortable going around the corner.
Okay. I am gonna put you on a new map.
Always a good sign when we go to a map.
I always like it.
In this case, it is purely for clarification, and also, I think this is my best map I've ever made. All right, I'm very excited about it. Can you guys see it?
Sorry, the initiative roll made me laugh. I don't know what Robespierre is planning, but
It's okay. I
Yep,
rolled
I
low.
can see it.
You guys have time.
All right,
stop it.
can you see it all? I don't know what you. Yeah. You
Yeah,
guys-
Yeah, there's big mushroom.
There's
Okay.
little mushroom and big mushroom.
So,
They look like Bane crossed with a mushroom.
Yes.
can you see their health bars? I wasn't sure if I set that up.
No.
All right.
No.
No.
All of them look wounded and very
Aw.
very much like they have been burned.
Oh no.
And the king, the sovereign, you've met a sovereign before, so you recognize Mike. Well, Elva hasn't, but the rest of you, well, maybe she has, but in campaign, the rest of you have. Ed, you're muted.
That seems like a thing that would happen in the Feywild.
Yeah, Mike and its probably are out there. But the sovereign is very much being guarded by these two, and there is a communion that happens between them and little Sid, and the two look over, and then Sid says they would like to join our circle.
I have no problem with that. Robespierre, you might want to step back. We're expanding the circle.
Okay.
Robespierre steps back. Okay.
I'm just gonna watch because if they start chowing down on the party, I'm in. I'll be there.
Okay.
You're in for chowing down on the party.
That's what I heard.
That's the
totally
way
what
I
heard,
heard it too.
And you'll lead us. Yeah.
I already ate
Fine.
slot egg, you know.
The heel turn has occurred.
No, the dust
When in Rome.
sprays out,
Yeah.
hitting everybody except Robespierre, and then you hear other voices saying, "Are you here to help us?" As Sid says.
Well, I think so. I mean, your kind helped us once before, and I'd love to return the favor.
Perhaps it will be of mutual benefit. Uh, and he just sort of looks around. If you seek wealth, we know an entrance to the giant's underground dungeon.
Well, we seek that, but not for the wealth.
Exactly. Well, some of us probably would want the wealth, but most of us are just trying to stop the giants. They've been hurting people above ground as well.
Then our goals are aligned. Um,
Are there more of you?
yes, we sense them to the west and to the northwest. If you could guide us to our people and give us safe passage through what once was our home,
Oh,
we would be forever in your debt.
what happened
Let's go.
here? How did it get so hot?
A large creature with a fiery beard was brought in, and they dug deep into the earth and raised lava from the ground. And then stony tall ones came, and a metal was brought in, and the clanging and the banging and the forging of weapons. We we it really harshed our buzz.
Yeah. Are they still doing that? They're still forging their weapons down here?
Uh, and he sort of says, "At present, they appear to be resting, but yes, it will. Now is a good time. The fiery one appears to not be working."
All right, I think I would pass this on to Robespierre, like trying to translate. Seems like they brought a fire giant down and made a forge, and the stone giants are making weapons, but they're resting currently. Maybe we can stop it.
You hear that, Waith? What do you think? Do you think we could to kill this fire giant?
Oh man, fire giants are no hill giants. Definitely not netting. But yeah, totally, I'm up for it.
Maybe we could take a rest before.
Well, maybe before we do that, could we like go forward just far enough to at least find more, maybe 3 more myconids,
Okay.
and then I can heal a bunch of them at once and help them maybe feel a little better for our walk.
Yeah, let's bring the group together, and then we can figure out.
And they wish to go with you, so they want protection through.
Right. Can we get to the near? Let's go to your next group of friends to the west.
All right, couple map
We'll do our best to keep you safe.
things as we go forward. If you see cliff lines, and I'm going to drag Vela forward. Can you all see where Vela is?
Nope.
Yes.
Go ahead and move forward to like here or here.
If you move down to where Vela was, you'll be
Yep.
able to see.
All right.
Got it.
These are cliff lines. So white is always high, dark is always low. Do you get what I'm saying?
So these are steps
Okay.
going down, big cliffs
But
going
they're
down.
not steps, they're 10 feet.
Right.
They're 10 feet.
Okay.
So, and there aren't stairs. So, every time you go,
And we would get hurt if we jumped down 10 feet.
well, it depends on your
maybe we would.
character and what you do. But yeah.
If I jumped down 10 feet, would I get hurt?
Yes, you would take 1d6 bludgeoning.
Thank you.
Well, On a failed acrobatics roll, you could try to do it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. How
So
did the Myconids get down it?
they didn't come up here. They've gotten up it. They climbed up it the hard way. You know,
Ah,
they're bipedal and they
far
have
away from
arms.
home.
They're not far away
And
from home. They're just
these are adult size, right? So they can't ride on shoulders.
no, yeah. These guys are your height.
Okay. Okay.
The juveniles are actually not supposed to be as small as I made Sid. I made Sid super cute. A Groot.
As you should.
Yeah. So, um, so that's so they when they go up and down, they climb. They just climb
So
up them.
since Newbin can do the jump thing without hurting himself, he's going to come up here and he'll go first, so he can help the others down.
Okay. Now another thing, as we go forward, just bear in mind that this is a dungeon crawl. So if you move too far forward, I might go, you just sprung a trap, or you just knocked something over, or so I don't want to restrict people's movement, but normally with these, I just be careful with moving forward. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. How about we declare it verbally, and then you can kind of,
Yeah.
so we don't like reveal stuff.
Got it.
Okay.
So, what I would like you to do is this as best as possible, knowing that you're all going to be smushed up, and I'm going to give control of all of these guys to you guys. So, Nenvalish and all of these Myconids are. I'm going to let you. No, you just tell me where you want them. You guys tell me where you want
Do
them.
Myconids have hands?
Yes.
Like they could climb down a rope?
Yep. They climb up and down these. As I just was saying.
Oh, regularly.
Yeah.
Like they don't need help.
They're bipedal and they have arms and hands and so.
And they're used to going up and down them.
They do. Yeah.
It sounded like you were initially. It sounded like you said like they were like
Well,
struggling their way up and climbing up because they
'cause-
don't normally come up here.
Because they're hurt, and also this isn't. They don't try to get up towards the surface, like so. Their homeland is deeper, darker down, is what I meant to imply. They can go up and down these things. It's in their best interest to not make them easier to go up and down because they don't want to invite predators, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they can do it. They know what it is.
Excellent.
All right.
Mary would stay at the back like she is, and maybe bring up the rear.
Okay.
Probably stay up front with Noob because I'm going to plan to sort of float and levitate down.
Ceiling heights are 15 feet. Just so you know.
Yeah, I'm not going to go up. I'm just going to use it so that I can drop without hurting myself and not have to worry about athletic stuff. Like I can keep my eyes forward as we go over the cliff instead of having to face backwards to climb down it.
Got it. Okay. So we got Mary in the rear. Otherwise, and Elva, do you have a choice? Are you where you want to be?
I'm happy to go wherever it works.
All right.
What do we call you?
You make
King
Funsulf.
Funsulf. Funsulf, is there anything that we need to know about other than the giants? Is there anything in this space that we need to be aware of so we don't accidentally hurt it, or that it doesn't accidentally hurt us?
Oh, you'll want to be careful of the gooey cubes.
Gooey cubes.
Good.
Nice.
And how do we know where the gooey? Do you know where the gooey cubes are? Or they just move?
Well, they sort of go wherever they want. We just keep an eye open for them. They kind of tidy up everywhere.
Tidy up. Cool. Well,
Also,
if you
pay attention for the cave fishers. Those are also dangerous.
Did you say fishers or fisher?
Fisher,
Like-
as in a fisherman.
Fissure.
No, Fisher.
Yeah.
Oh, that's different than what I thought he said. A cave fisher?
Yep.
Like with a fishing pole?
More like a spider.
Okay. So spiders above gelatinous cubes of some sort on the
And
ground?
then we don't know much. We've fled from the giants after the burning happened.
Oh. Got it. Okay. Excellent. You ready?
Suggest maybe we keep the myconids in the center for the most part, so that because they're still injured, you're wanting to wait until we find more before healing them,
Yeah,
right?
well, because I want to do mass healing word,
Right.
and I only have so
So
many slots, so
yeah,
I just want to get 6.
no, I get
you
it.
know? Okay.
But I'm just saying, if they're still injured, we probably don't want them leading the way, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I would just say that I'm comfortable to keep going, but I will need a bit of a break sometime soon before we maybe get into fighting a fire giant.
Sounds good. Maybe. How far away are your nearest friends? Can you tell? Bonsolf?
Unfortunately, the last bonding was too long ago for me to triangulate where they went.
Cool.
Some
Cool.
many, many hundreds of feet to the west.
Got it.
Actually, I don't know if it's many hundreds of feet.
So like 5 minutes. We can make it 5 minutes, right?
I don't think it's the time as much as what we encounter in that. Right, Robespierre?
That's right.
All right. Shall we go, Noob? You and I are leading the way.
Sounds good.
Okay, so Nubin, you see two 10-foot drops in front of you, like in quick succession. So you're descending 20 feet. The ceiling sort of follows with you, not perfectly. It's not like this was carved intentionally. At this point, these are natural caverns. And so at times the ceiling gets as high as 20 to 25 feet, but for the most part, it's averaging 15 feet up over your head. There are stalagmites and stalactites all around you. These are sort of the visual representation of stalagmites. Um, and so just bearing in mind that there are sort of hazards along or things to hide behind as well. Just so you know, some of these things have cover if you need it. As you get down to here, you see that there's a crawl space heading to the north, and then it narrows going through here, and that the king is going to have to squeeze to get through this spot.
I'm gonna fly behind him. King, are we going left or right? Bonsolf?
You wish to go to the west. I'm not certain where the gooey cubes are currently, but the most direct route is to the left.
Cool. Noob, this way.
You're making me go first, aren't you?
Well, I can go first. You said you wanted
No,
to go first.
I'm just kidding. I'm going that way.
All right.
She does the teenager being told by an adult. She kind of thinks of you as elder to her.
All right.
I can go first. Do you want me? I didn't mean to disrespect.
For going forward, I'm interrupting the RP just so that we don't have misunderstandings
Yeah, you're
later.
fine.
Is those who can't just fall or fly down, You have difficult terrain. I'm not going to make rolls for going down all of these, but then
Okay.
it's just slower for you to go down these. So if the other two don't wait for you, there could be distance, especially if you're helping, because the Myconids have no way, and they're injured, to get down these other than just sort of the hang climb that they're used to doing. So.
Hey,
Okay.
noob, while we wait for them to climb down, do you want to like run ahead that way and I'll go up a little bit and then we can just come back and that way we know if we see any ooey gooey things or spiders? Oh, why is it always spiders?
Newbin's just going to kind of peek around this corner.
You're such
Which one
so
are you?
many words.
Which one are you peeking around? Okay. Give me a perception check. Nothing's apparent to you in the front. Seems clear. Are you peeking up to
And
them?
I'll try to peek up to the north.
Okay.
Perception.
Yep.
You feel heat in either direction.
Also that. What?
Whoa, 28.
Okay.
Ooh.
You see what looks to be just. Oh, it should be at disadvantage, both of you.
Oh.
I'm going to let the roll stay. We're going to let it stay. But you're in dim light, and even with dark vision, you have disadvantage on perception
Right.
checks.
Makes sense.
So.
Well, if you're in dim light, it feels like bright light for dark vision.
Right.
We have no light.
So we're okay.
Yeah.
So you're seeing it as
Got
though
it.
dim light, so disadvantage.
Yeah, correct.
Mhm.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to keep the rolls as they were, because Newbin, you couldn't roll worse, really. And sorry.
Thanks.
Prove him
Joking.
wrong. Prove him
No,
wrong,
he could have.
Tony.
He could have. He could have. He could have. But Vela, you see a filminess in front of you, and there is sort of, as soon as you peek in, there's this slimy blob that just pops right out of you, but he can't reach you. You just see this blob of, it's so hard to tell, but like see-through goo swipes at you. It gets only this far. It just sort of startles you as this goo just through the slit at you.
I'm gonna stand there and like do the not this way, like like you block the section that kindergartners can't go in. We're not going that way. That way, over that way, guys. That way. Follow me, Ben.
Is that another pet of ours, or can I blast it?
Because it's now
Oh.
starting to squeeze into the hole.
Yeah, you can blast. Sure, blast. Yep, go for it.
And you can hear the sort of.
I'm gonna lean over Vela's shoulder and just like Eldritch blast it 3 times.
Okay, give her.
She blushes and you feel lots of heat coming off of the side of her
Okay.
face.
He's possessed. Yeah.
Making
So
fire giants.
I'm just gonna. I mean, I don't know. Do you want us to actually? Do you want me to roll it or?
No, you can't bloody miss. So.
Okay. Cool. Well, I mean, just like.
Yes,
is it-
Well,
Yeah,
you should
there's
you should
always a
roll for
5%
the negative.
chance.
You should always roll for the -1. Yep.
It's true.
I'm gonna say
can I
I'm
find-
gonna say you have like a plus. Let's say you have a +5 to your normal roll.
Okay. 27. Oh, natural one.
Natural 1 missed.
All right, I missed one.
See?
And I hit.
Knew you
twice.
could do it.
6 and 5.
All right.
So I'm just kind of like peppering it just to try to make it back up.
And it does. It just retreats ever so slightly back. And you guys know, don't go that way, as Vela says. So the sort of.
Thanks, Robes.
No
Appreciate
problem.
appreciate that.
Does Hoffnungswall sense any danger within 30 feet?
Well, it does. There's this slimy thing that Vela poked at that wasn't really danger to you until she got up near it. So
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really say direction, does it?
yeah, no, it's within 30 feet, so that's a radius, right?
But it doesn't tell you what direction the danger is coming from. It
Oh,
just tells you there's
yeah,
danger within
yeah.
30 feet.
So, yeah, you would know there's danger, not within 30 feet. Yeah, you wouldn't know which direction. It may occur to you that it's what just Robes just shot at, but maybe there's more in front of you. Upthink well is not able to clarify.
Would
Okay.
be.
The Vustum says to Meriwether, "Thank you for his mother. We appreciate your help. It's been so hard to keep them
What did they
alive.
say?
They called you Forest Mother."
Oh, okay. I thought you
Aw.
said thank you for his mother, and I'm like, I was very confused. Oh, that
Oh,
was sweet. Well, anything I can do to help, I like to, you know, do my part.
this one is the healthiest looking of the three. Uh, Introduced himself as Vustim, Vustim,
All
and
right.
I love that the kid's name is Sid, and the rest of them have like 27 syllables in their name.
um, I used a name generator for all of them in here, and then decided I wanted a fun name for the cute kid, and he's named after Sid Barrett from Pink Floyd.
Nice.
Nice.
So, um, I worry for the king, and the king's like, "You need not worry, we will make it. We will find the rest." And he's trying to be clever and talk to you, but recognizing everybody's in this circle of telepathy. We all worry for the colony and the king.
I can understand. This seems devastating.
This, the these caverns were not meant to have the fires in them. This is not what was intended. This is not natural.
No, nothing the giants have been doing lately seems natural, even working together the way they are.
Agreed. Um, he's got this thing he can do. Nope, that's not what he's gonna do. Okay, I thought he did something cool, but it's an attack. He wouldn't do that to you. Okay, he'll
Hope
just
not. I'm
He
continue
family
doesn't
to
do
friendly.
anything cool.
continue to move forward. It is kind of cool, but it's not gonna be what I want. Okay, so you guys know to the north through that sort of narrow passageway are what appear to be gelatinous cubes, or at least one, perhaps more. Uh, and you have the continuing on. Now, as Newman gets a little farther to the west, he starts hearing the sound of rushing water and the feeling of condensation and even a little bit of spray of water in the air.
And I'm just gonna say, I think there's water ahead. He's gonna. Oh, hold on.
Tell me
Why
how
am I
far you
still
want
measuring?
to. You probably on the ruler, yeah. So you can easily drop the 10. Everybody else will have to do difficult terrain to get down that. Well, not Vela because she's got her cloak, but
Are these myconoids moving too? Like I haven't been
yes,
moving
I
because
will
I
move them.
planned to
I yeah,
play.
I
Okay, I don't
I'm
want to end up like 300 feet away when
right.
if something
They're moving
happens.
forward. I just was sort of
Okay.
waiting for to find out what you guys wanted to do. But
Can
as
you see, Mary?
No, I haven't. I just moved 5 feet from where I was standing because there's this whole like string of people, so I couldn't
I just
see
meant
anything.
light.
Oh yeah, I have my helmet on, so I can
Got
see.
it.
I'm just saying, I
I
didn't know
couldn't
if
remember
anything
if you
was
had
moving.
it or not.
all right, so Newman, as you come down the second set, you've descended 40 feet um, in just this last couple of stretches, and you can see another curved passageway up to the northeast, and then here towards this direction is where you hear the water, and with your just in dim vision, you can see another 20-foot drop down into what looks to be an underground river flowing.
but I can't see any cubes or any of that kind of stuff. It's light enough that I can see into this little stretch of cavern here.
It's dim, and you're depending on all your senses to figure this out. Um,
Okay.
between the way the wind is, or not the wind, but the way the air is carrying the water droplets, the sound of the water coming from that direction, and your own dim vision, you can tell there's water in that direction. I'm not sure that I have the map set up correctly with the tokens for you guys to be able to. I mean, I think you can see that far with dark vision.
Okay.
So
All right. So he's just gonna kind of drop down, and he wants to get to about there.
okay. As you get even closer, you the sense is that the water is running northwest. So the current is pushing towards the northwest. Does that make sense to everybody? Am I clear with that? I'll do it. Current go. current
Makes sense.
current go this way. Okay. All right.
So I'm just waiting for other people to catch up.
All right. And again, you guys, there's no traps or anything like that, so you can go ahead and catch up and place yourself near Nubin at this point. I don't want to get into a Parcheesi game.
Fun stuff. Are we going in the river? Fun Sulf
Fun stuff.
King?
Yes,
Are we going in the river?
I believe that's the direction where they've hidden. Yes, down the river.
We have to swim, guys.
Well, that'll be fun. Good thing
Spiders
I
don't
still
like
have this
water,
cloak of the
right?
manta ray.
Mm.
I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, do I have that Mariners thing still? Did I give that back to you?
You did not. Well, you may have gotten rid of it, but I don't have it.
No, I did not. Oh, in fact, I'm wearing it.
Nubin, you sense danger to the north. Well, not to the north. You sense imminent danger. Sorry, you don't know the direction.
Yeah,
I guess
stopped
you
there
know
on
north.
purpose.
Okay. You cannot be surprised. So,
Nubin, how far away is the danger?
It is within 30 feet, so there's somebody around this corner.
Oh. Okay, well, I may have just sprung the trap, but I'm going to use the Waith to do the detect enemy stuff.
okay. Is that an action?
Not
Bonus action? Reaction?
It's an action. I speak the. Sorry, there's like I need to look up. It doesn't tell you on the sword what it is. Just like the sword can do what the wand of magic detection can do.
Right.
And it's like our wand of like enemy detection or something. What is it called? The wand of warning?
Well, that would be exactly what Hufdingsvold is because we just put the wand of warning on the hammer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well then never mind. It does something a little different than that, though.
Oh, what does it say?
Well, let me double check. Jesus, where is it? It's a wand of enemy detection. Sorry, that's what it is.
That's different. Okay.
Yeah. And so basically, I've got 7 charges on it. And if I use an action and speak the command word, for the next minute, I know the direction of the nearest enemy, hostile to you within 60 feet.
Okay.
And it can sense the presence of hostile creatures that are ethereal, invisible, disguised, or hidden, as well as those in plain sight.
Okay.
So,
within 60 feet, no matter what.
Within 60 feet and the direction, yeah, whether they're invisible, ethereal.
Behind
I'm sure if there's like
cover.
a magic ward or something that would protect it, but which I mean, I don't think there's a lot of science to this. Like, it's probably inside here if that's where he's
You
detecting enemies.
detect 4 hostiles to the northeast. One eminently close. And it doesn't tell you if they're like how close they are, right?
It does not, and I will for the future. It's only the nearest,
Oh, okay. Well, you have one 5 feet away.
and you only know. And I'll tell you this. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
just dumping. I'm just gonna put this in the chat because it's not in the thing.
Yeah.
I know the direction, but not the distance.
Okay.
But let's say that Waith is really tuned in this time.
Because you cannot be excuse me, good lord. Because you cannot be surprised. Robespierre and I mean just everybody just roll initiative and let's just find out what happens.
Cool.
Everybody's rolling initiative.
Yes.
Did anyone see how my chat bubble was scrolling that?
Yes,
Like an
that's why I
RPG.
was laughing because it was like once upon a time, and
I'm gonna do that from now on. Like all my messages.
How do I get a -1 initiative?
you have bad dexterity.
Apparently.
Pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of monsters, they don't have anything
have,
added
like,
to
rolled
it and
really
just have a
low?
4 dex.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We know it's non-dexterous. That's for sure.
All right. At this point, I'm not sure Mary knows what's going on.
No, I'm standing behind a giant mushroom.
I'm holding my sword like He-Man.
But
attacking
anything that
enemies.
Nubin has said in his head, she can hear.
That's true because he's in the circle. So, so Nubin, anything? Oh yeah. By the way, you guys are all kind of sharing thoughts and dreams, and it's all one big hippie circle.
Oh no!
Robes isn't in
You're
it.
not getting anything inappropriate from Mary. She's just like thrilled.
I said a lot of stuff while Robes was shooting that gelatinous cube.
Yeah. Noob looks at Vela real surprised and looks over at Robes and looks back at Vela like, oh my god.
I didn't take the spore,
And
so
Robes
Yeah.
has no idea.
Awesome.
That's hilarious.
You hear from Elva, why are you surprised by this at this point?
I've just never heard it so directly.
It's always been there.
Until now, I've only assumed.
is this all also mental?
This is
Yeah.
all
Uh-huh.
going on. They
No, Nubin's totally saying it out loud.
This has all been. You obviously not reading subtext.
something.
All right. So
Oh,
Meriwether.
believe me, Robespierre.
He's going to look back at Vela and say, I don't even know how to do that.
But Nubin is up and is aware there's a threat directly in front of him. Cannot see it unless you want to make a perception check at disadvantage.
Sure. On my turn, could I have at least
Oh, you
apologized
can.
to the mycoinoids for everything that's going on? Since
Yes.
I can't do anything else.
Yes, you can do that.
The mic chatter.
I'm so sorry. We're not always. Well, some of us are always like this, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we don't get hung up on like binaries. Oh.
I completely
Mine had
understand.
nothing
I'm
to
more
do
like
with
you,
binary.
So, all right, I will get one after this. So they, there's a bit of discussion about binary going on, and then it is Nubin's turn. You can try to see the thing in front of you if you'd like. You're not surprised. You're on guard. They don't get a surprise attack on you, but you cannot necessarily see them unless you make a perception check.
So you want us to make one right off the bat?
Or if your passive is high enough. If you want to trust in your passive, we can do that.
I will not.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not much
that's
better.
That's a bad idea for me, too. But you said this is at disadvantage?
It is.
Ooh. I'll roll again. 12 is my lowest.
Okay. Noob, what was your lowest?
17.
Okay, Noob, you can see the gelatinous sort of oozy thing creeping around the corner. So you can attack it as it creeps around the side.
So, like, is it in this square?
Yep. It's in both. Oh, you can't. Sorry. I will make it I will make it visible to you. There you go.
Oh, shit. It's right there.
Uh-oh.
They have the transparent feature,
Mm-hmm.
and it's dim light.
I've never fought one of these before, I don't think.
I've never run them as a monster before. I had the.
So I'm gonna.
Oh wait, nope, that's a lie. In Eldritch Sounds, you both guys faced it in the sewers.
Oh, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, we
I'm
did.
I'm I'm gonna move to the other side, so I'm not fighting around a corner. I'm still within the 5 feet, so I no advantage or no whatchamacallit.
Well,
Um,
to move, I
I
guess if you squeeze past Robespierre, yeah, okay.
yeah, and then is it my turn? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, it's your turn. Your attack.
Oh shit. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and start with the old short sword attack.
I can't believe these things have no damage resistance. They're jello.
For 9 points
Slurp
of damage.
Jell-O, you know?
Okay, 9 points of damage it
They're
is.
vulnerable to slurping damage.
I'm gonna hit him again poorly.
11 will hit. Oh,
It
but it no,
does?
but a 1 is a
Yeah,
crit fail. Sorry.
yeah. All 11 of that came from something else.
Yeah.
Oh,
There, yeah, the 1 is a crit fail. So, do you want to spend a key or are you good?
Yeah, I should probably spend a key and give him a couple of. It seems like a bad idea all of a sudden.
11 hits. 6 points of damage. All right, in the back, you guys can hear sort of this sloshing noise that's just a little bit louder than the noise of the river that you can hear coming from the west, as Newman is punching Jello.
Jellyman Kelly.
All right, and that's my turn.
All right, that will bring us to Vela.
All right.
You are unaware that this is occurring, other than there might be some sloshing.
Well, I can hear Nubin's brain.
Oh, that's true. You can.
So I am going to I hear him like I feel like I hear a lot of expletives and descriptive words about the situation that is unfolding before him. Please disadvise me if that's
No,
incorrect
no, you're.
move.
That's pretty fair.
And because of that, I am going to try a spell I haven't used before.
Ooh.
They're called ramshackle bivouac.
Yep. And I'm going. Ooh, I don't know if this is a good use of this or not, but I suppose we're gonna take a rest anyway, so we'll see. So I'm gonna do the Guardian of Faith, and I'm gonna have it placed here.
Okay.
So maybe I guess my spiritual weapon token, maybe, I guess.
Okay.
it's
Which
a
I can't
large
pull
It's a
on.
large
Can
thing,
you put
though. So
Guardian Faith in the? That's like the constructy kind of. It's not construct, but you create like a
A
standing.
large
chat.
structure. I put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If it's there, I'm
So I'm
sorry.
gonna have
I'm
it.
trying to pull out a token. So hold on.
No, you're good. Uh,
But it's a large construct, right? Yes.
Mhm.
So
yeah. So it'd fill the hallway basically.
yeah.
And uh and so if the gelatinous cube tries to move forward, it needs to make a dex save,
If it tries to
or it
move
takes
forward into what? Let me see that. Any creature that moves
it.
to a space within 10 feet of the guard. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So if it moves at all, basically, because it can't not move into that space if it moves.
We can move backwards.
That would still be into a space that's 10 feet
Oh,
within
that's
10
true.
feet of the Guardian.
Yep. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Got it.
And then I am going to bonus action hide in this little corner here where I'm sitting.
You got it. Go ahead and give me the stealth roll. Although it's gelatinous cubes, so not like they have a huge perception. Well, actually surprising. Okay.
Yeah. What was this? Pretty surprising stealth. Pretty lousy.
All right. Is that it for Vela?
Yeah.
All right. Vela ducks into the
Yeah.
corner and hides. Elva is up.
We'll move up, and the bonus action, I will ignite my sword so that we're in bright light.
Okay.
Nice.
And we'll tell Nubin if he hits it more than twice, he's playing with it, and
Nice.
then we'll cast Ray of Frost at it.
Okay. All right. And bits of it sort of freeze and flake off, and
12 points of cold damage.
oh man, I took the 25 off. Hold on.
No, yeah, 25 was the attack roll.
Gotta redo this. All right.
Are you in the turn order and just not visible?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh,
The cube. I was
yeah.
like, when does the cube go?
Cube at a negative
How
1.
dead is?
The cube did
Cube
poorly.
does not approve.
The cube also was invisible at the time, so
Got it.
that's why.
Cube goes when the cube wants to go.
All right, Robespierre.
At this point, am I still unable to see this thing? Like when I have disadvantage on attacks.
I
Now it's in bright light.
I think it's in bright light and everything else. I think you know what it's there. I don't think you have
Okay.
to.
Doing some mental math.
I'm not sure. I should really read up on the monsters know what they're doing to see if I'm misunderstanding how that works. But
well, if I have a general sense that something is there and I can't quite see it, I don't care because I am going to do something that won't matter.
Okay.
But just say, stand back, noob, and hold my hand up, and I'll just suck all the moisture into my my wrist, or my palm, rather. And it's just going to condense into cold ice and just explode out a cone of cold.
Okay.
So I'm casting Cone of Cold. This is at 5th level.
Ooh. Yeah, because everything's at 5th level.
Yeah,
might be a bit of overkill.
Oh, yeah.
I think it is a 5th level spell anyways. Maybe not, but anyways. So I'll cast it. Let me cast it using Pact Magic. And I'm going to just like ice this whole cavern. I hope there's no myconids in there. We don't have a sense that there's any myconids in there, do we?
Not that you know of.
You don't know. You're not in the sphere.
All right. Well, I guess I don't know or care, I guess.
All right. They get a con save? Well,
yeah, DC 19 Constitution save.
Okay, but you roll damage either way, and I take half on a successful, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's a bit of one-upsmanship over my Ray of Frost, I suppose.
You gave me inspiration of it takes a spell slot at least. So it's 43 and then half of that if it saves.
Jeez Louise. All right. Well, he got a 23.
Wow, damn, that sucks.
Pretty good, though.
They have a 20 con.
Pretty good. I thought it was Dex, that's why I was picking it, but it was.
And then con saving throw, because you hit another one that you don't know about.
Oh.
He got a 20. So they each
healthy little boys
take 21.
Yeah, okay. That sounds right.
All right.
And I'm boo. I'm gonna look back at Alva, and do I get any sense that Alva wants to get in here?
She's got her sword lit up.
I'll back up. I'll take the hit. Or I'll back up to the edge.
Pseudopod reaction attack.
Pseudopod?
Yeah.
Pseudopod reaction attack. Go. Engage.
11's gonna miss.
Yeah, it misses.
All right. So on its turn, it's going to just move forward, and it will take the damage.
You don't want to even roll the save?
Oh, I'll roll the save, but what is
The
my
dex
save?
save.
It's a die. Oh,
Dex.
I've got no dex. I have a 3.
I know. That's why I picked it. You missed. No, I don't know.
15.
You missed. Oh, just barely.
Wow, that was luck. All right, what do I take for damage?
20 radiant.
Ooh, I'm still up. And I engulf Nubin. Uh, so he is in the cube.
What did we hear Nubin say?
Is that an attack?
It
Newbin,
is.
stop gleaming it.
It is an attack, sort of. It's just he can move into your space and engulf you. So, like, the cube moves up to its speed. While doing so, it can enter a large or smaller creature's spaces. Whenever this cube enters a creature space, you get to make a saving throw. So, oh man, you're gonna totally make the dex save. Um, so you need to make a dex save throw.
And that's at advantage.
Because you're awesome?
Yep.
Okay.
Give me a second and I'll tell you why. I just read it somewhere. I
It doesn't
I
just
guess
say
I
because I'm
don't
awesome?
know why, but I do have a +1 bonus on saves. Oh, I have a +1, not advantage.
Okay. Well, that'll do it because the 12 is what you needed, so you rolled it. So you are pushed 5 feet instead, which means
So I'm here now.
you go down onto this space.
Don't
Okay.
spill your wine. Your
Um,
daughter just delivered.
Thank you. You just fell, but because you're a monk, you take no damage because you just fall gracefully down. But you are now 10 feet down, so remember that for your attacks. You just
And
got
did I take any damage
no
at all?
because you're a monk. If you weren't a monk, you would
No,
take
I meant from the
no.
attempted.
If it engulfed you, you would take acid damage from being digested.
Got it.
But you got pushed instead. So you are pushed 5 feet. A creature that chooses not to be pushed suffers the consequences of a failed saving throw. You don't want that. You'd rather be pushed. If
I
you're
was trying to
in,
figure out if I could.
if you get sucked in, you're restrained and you start taking acid damage immediately.
I was trying to figure out if I could do my whatchamacallit. Oh hell, my reaction thing with the whip.
Nope, you can just nay.
I don't know what you're talking about, but maybe.
Hellish rebuke, but I didn't take any damage, so I can't do hellish rebuke.
Right. Okay.
I would like to know what we heard Nubin say.
In his brain.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. That will bring us to Merryweather, who now is really well aware of what's going on, and probably would have been well aware beginning because I forgot about the circle of thinking. So sorry about that, Robin.
Okay. Well, I'm aware of
I'm
what's
not
going
sure
on,
she could have
but
done anything anywhere.
I'm so
'cause
far
Mike
back,
is
and the
in
mic
way.
noise by me. But how bad does the king look? Like you said, one of these smaller ones looks healthier.
Let me see if I can. I feel like I should just show you guys since you guys are going to be really, like you're getting to know them.
If you
So
look on stream, you can see him.
yeah, if you look on stream, you can see them. But
Well, I don't have that up. So.
let me show the token here and um
I just know we're in battle with something. I can't see what we're attacking, so I was just thinking my best bet might be to protect, the king.
okay. If you hover it, you should be able to see the king right now,
Uh,
and I'll get the other ones.
All right. Well, okay. So I'm gonna bonus action healing word the king.
Okay.
I know we were waiting to get closer, but he seems like he could use quite a bit of hit points.
They are very
And
very
I'll
bad off.
upcast it. What do I have for leveled spells? I'll upcast it to 4th level.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll hold my action if something comes through this hole here.
This bit up here.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
try to block it, and I'll have my bow out in case something comes through or starts to. I'll shoot it.
Okay.
Oh, and here's the
the-
healing. 14.
14. Nice. The king is very. It's good to be the king. He looks like he's at half health now.
Okay.
And he sort of straightens up quite a
Ooh,
bit,
the
and you
one
can.
in front of Vestum doesn't look very good either. Sorry.
No, no, they're a hit away from death. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Sorry, little guy. I have to get you next time. I can only do one at a time.
Oh, save the king.
Aw.
All right. So we are at 12 of pumpkin time, and so are we good with going through one more round and calling it here?
At least,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay. I know, Winston, you're getting close to having lots of stuff too, so.
Yeah, no, and I'm good. I'm gonna probably be up for a few more hours tonight, but like, it's all good.
If we go through this round, though, we're good?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So that was Merryweather. We're on to Newbin. Newbin, you just got pushed down 10 feet down a cliff face. Not a cliff face. That's overstating it. But
A little ledge.
a ledge. A ledge.
You climbed on top of the tent you use at the
They
farmer's
call
market,
it
and you
a
fell off.
mine. Sorry. It's a ledge. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Nice. Allegedly.
So
So
happy.
even though I'm only 5 feet away from it, I'm 10 feet away from it.
That is absolutely correct.
Because
Okay.
Pythagoras has no claim here.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
a little more than that, and also he would have partial. I will say though that he has partial cover from the ledge, so he's gonna have a +2 to his armor class, I think. Any DM, I never do partial coverage, so please correct me on that. I think
Is
partial
2.
coverage is +2. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, half is, and then there's 3/4. But if you're going
He's
half.
not 3/4. No, he's too big for 3/4. So yeah, okay, we'll give him half. +2.
So I'm gonna switch, and I'm gonna grab my crossbow.
Okay.
Shoot at his head, or the top of the cube anyway.
He's just a cube, man. You gleam in the cube. All right, you hit. 8 points of damage. This cube does not look great. I really need to run a separate instance of this so you can't see all of my stuff going on. All right.
I'm gonna
Makes me feel better. I
What?
see nothing.
I know.
I don't see
Yeah,
anything.
I don't know what you're
so-
talking about.
If you watch on Twitch,
Oh.
you can see all of their character sheets when I open them up.
Gotcha.
That is bad. Don't do that. I have Twitch open, but I don't look at it. It's a different screen.
And I'm gonna spend a key point to put the X. Well, does he go down?
Oh, the second shot. Wait, there was another shot? 11. 11 is gonna do it. So I have a vision of how an arrow would destroy a cube, but what do you got, Tony?
I guess it just looks like instead of getting stuck in the jello, it's going to go all the way through, and it's just going to kind of like string along behind the arrow as it just keeps going and eventually falls.
Oh, so it just sort of gloops down.
Yeah, there's a gloop trail leading up to the arrow that's laying on the ground now.
I have sort of
Nice.
the slow-mo water balloon shot with an arrow in my head.
Oh yeah, we'll do that next time.
And I sort of have this feeling of Robespierre getting hit by a bit of the goop as it flies through, and it just splat, and he's been slimed like by Slimer.
Shit is ruined.
The feather in the hat just gets gooped and just drips down.
Nice.
But we'll have the arrow that we'll do what Tony said. So it goes through and it just goops the wall as it's shooting on through in this direction. That's not the arrow.
Ooh, I like the visual of the wall. Maybe it like Maybe the goop sticks it to the wall, but it's like there's still a trail of goop from where it stood to where the arrow is
Yeah.
just kind of
it
glooped to the wall.
And it just sort of peaks at the end because it's run out of goo. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That one is gone. You guys don't. What do you wish to do now? Newman has shot.
I have 1 minute that lasts for detection.
Yeah, you knew because I misspoke that there were more in the other room.
Well, I would still know because for 1 minute, I know the direction of the nearest hostile creature.
Yep.
So after this one goes down, if there's still another hostile creature within 60 feet, I'd be aware of it. There may not be one in 60 feet.
You are aware that there are
And
hostiles.
am I aware it's in this direction?
You are aware of that.
Okay.
So since I still have my movement, I'm gonna hop back up here.
Okay.
And from here, I've already taken my action, but can I see it?
I will allow if you want, because what's your passive perception? It's a base of 10 plus your wisdom modifier.
Base of 10 plus wisdom, so it's 12 now.
Okay.
Wait. Which one's the wisdom modifier? Oh, that's saving throw. Oh yeah, it's 11. Is my passive perception.
Okay. You do not just looking in the general area.
Okay.
And it is brightly lit now. Should we throw a light up down here? I should light up.
Well, it's only
Elva.
brightly lit from Elva.
Elva, how far does that go though?
It's pretty broad. Let me find it because
But it
more
still
than
isn't
the
going to
light
go
spell.
around that corner.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it's
I've got her going 20.
no, it's 40-40 on the
Okay.
flame tongue.
40-40.
So yeah, it's double the light spell.
Wow.
Well, I can only toggle the light spell easily on this. So double that, but it's still as actually Tony correctly said, it wouldn't go around the corner here anyway.
Yeah.
So, but now you should be able to see from Elva actually a little better. I should have put that on as soon as you lit her up the sword.
I usually do, so I should have thought of it too.
Okay, so Robes is very aware that there's another monster to the northeast. He is not in the circle, so that is not instantly known by everybody.
Can I say it as a reaction?
Certainly. I'm just trying to, flavor for this sulfur flavor.
Sure. Say, there's another one in there at least. I think we should smoke it.
I just dropped my wine glass.
Oh shit! Did it break?
No.
No.
Oh no.
On me.
On your new sweatshirt?
On my new sweatshirt.
Well, we
it's
were
been
worried.
christened.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the roleplay gift sweatshirt though.
Oh.
Do you
But
know
it
how
needs a wine
expensive
stain.
stream
Well,
to be
he
legit.
rolled, he played, and he gived.
I
You can
did.
tie dye it now.
Nice.
And make
The
There's
it
also,
wine
like-
gods give and the wine gods take away.
Yeah, they do.
Also, let's be real. If he's gonna wear that every time, this is gonna happen eventually. So.
Yeah.
It's
How
just
does the
natural.
floor look?
It's not too bad. I dropped it, slipped out of my hand a little is what happened, and I just.
Oh, okay.
I still actually have a half a glass of wine. I just.
Oh, okay. So it didn't hit the floor and
No,
shatter on the
no.
leg of your
No.
chair or anything.
No.
Well,
it's
you
just
said you
covered.
dropped it, and then I saw you put
Yeah.
it down. So I'm like, well, like
But
those
check out our sweet merch.
Nice.
Do they come with wine to spill on them?
I can make that happen if you
No,
want.
we can't. We can't ship alcohol across
Oh.
state lines, Paul.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that it looks like you sweat alcohol out of your right armpit,
Well, I mean, let's be fair, he does.
or
Hey.
lactate it. Like,
Also, all of those things are true. All right. So now that that's happened, I forgot where we were.
It's
Newbin was deciding on a thing.
Well,
Robes
no,
just shouted
Robes
that
used the
there was
reaction that
more, yeah.
there's another hostile to the northeast. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
now
it's
Snoop.
Stayla's turn, I think.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I should have advanced the turn. Yeah, that was the last thing. All right. Bailey, you're up. Yep.
Alrighty. I'm going to squeeze through my guardian and Elva and the bright sword 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can't see anything. Was that really 30?
I have no idea.
No, that wasn't even close to 30. Okay, I'm gonna use my thingy to go here. Excuse me, guys. Floop. Float. And now I'm down low.
You are flying, or you just sort of flew.
I
You flew
I
down there.
I sort of flittered like a little fairy creature and then all the way over to there and flew down.
Okay, you
So
are 10 feet
that's
above
where I'm
water
at.
and 10 feet below Nubin and Robes.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to hold an action, which will be I saw Nubin kill it with a crossbow bolt, so despite my thoughts that a crossbow bolt won't do anything, I'm gonna hold a crossbow action for as soon as it comes within range of my guardian. So as soon as it gets here
Bear
to
in
that
mind,
square.
same thing that Nubin had. It's going to have cover because you're 10 feet down. So
Yep,
it gets
that's
a
cool.
+3 to its AC. Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. Now
Because if I hold an
General
action, do I have to do it or can I decline to do it?
You can decline to do it. If it's
Okay.
like the thing is like with the spell, if you hold the spell, you lose the spell slot.
I lose a spell.
But
yeah,
with
but it's not like I lose
with
the
a crossbow
bolt.
No. Correct.
Okay.
All right.
That's it.
All right.
And a bonus action hide behind the wall.
Okay. Take the hide. Stealth check. Elva, you are up.
So we are under the impression that it's coming from that northeastern path there, right?
In this general direction.
All right, I'm going.
Man, that's a good hide.
So that's 25. Great. 30.
I know your
Attack.
I know your perception is really
My
high.
my passive is 20. So
yeah. So you're gonna see it. So okay.
It's also brightly lit at that point, right?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
is. That'll hit.
Lit.
$21 points of damage.
All right. It looks to be about the third the cube it used to be. An 11
I've got 3 attacks.
will not hit. No, it will. It will.
Will not?
No, it will. It will. It's got 6 armor class. Sorry.
Okay. 19 more.
Okay.
Third attack. Well, I'm bringing in the bottom of the barrel, but they hit.
They hit because it's got a 6 armor class.
For 26.
How
is
do
that
you
ever
want that
heard?
to look? That is the
I
lowest
just
thing I've
carved
ever heard.
just carve through it, and with the flame sword, the jelly just boils away.
Elva, you can see as it just sort of steams off as the sword cuts through this, and it's foul and acrid smelling because it's mostly acid. There's just this vapor hanging there. You can see one to the east. It appears to be moving away. That is that your go?
I don't have anything to do with my bonus action right now, so that'll be it.
All right, I forgot to enter these guys. Well, I didn't forget. They just never. All right. Oh, he also has a -1. Oh, that's because he has a 2 dexterity.
Wow.
Okay. So
That's why their armor class is 6.
Yep.
Yeah, that would.
All they do is just move through stuff and clean out hallways. Alright, so that will bring us to Robespierre.
Do I still detect an enemy?
You don't, I don't think. Hold on, let me measure quick.
60-foot hostile.
He's exactly 65.
Is he?
He's one space too far.
Yep. Yep, he is. He's one.
Oh, he's way away.
Yeah, he's 65 feet away from you.
There's no more threat. Everything is okay.
And you cannot hear the hive mind of Elva, unless Elva says something out loud.
No, but I will telepathically communicate since I know I can do that.
Yeah.
There's one more. It's moving away.
All right.
It's not terribly far from Mary either. All right.
So I don't detect anything hostile.
That's correct.
And I'm not hearing any psychic stuff, so I'm just gonna kind of like take Waith and just say, "Oh, didn't have to get you out, buddy. I think everything is okay now."
It's totally chill. By the way, my magic word for when you want to detect evil things is Camaro.
Camaro.
Bitchin'.
All right. That will bring us to the cubes, and this one just sort of, Elva can observe it moving into an alcove, and that's it. Anything else that the party wishes to do at this point? I'm gonna go back around to Mary actually, because you would have potentially heard some movement away from you, moving to the north. Like the sloshy noises.
Really just wanting to defend. I'm not looking to, follow anything. So if it feels like it's moving away,
Yep.
I don't think I would do anything.
You get the sense of retreat.
Yeah. Like I basically was standing there in case I saw something coming
Right.
towards us. So if I am just hearing something moving away, I don't think I would try to go through that crack. I'm kind of big.
Okay. All right. Unless anybody wants to take an attack action, I'm going to take us out of initiative order.
I think that's fair.
Okay. All right. Is this a good place for us to end for the evening? I think, is there any last things you all want to do, or RP you want to do? Gathering, I'm going to say, does everybody want to gather in this spot at the river?
Let's all gather at the river.
Shall we?
Okay.
As we walked by, I kind of wanted to check it. I want to check this spot right here. I want to see if there's anything like hidden, tucked away in there.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check. Nope, you don't find anything except sort of like a bunch of rocks that, it just looks like a bunch of the ceiling collapsed on it, but nothing serious.
Okay.
Alright. Anything else you guys want to...
I just want to make a mental note for everybody to remember that this Guardian will be here for 8 hours. So and I would probably tell the party this as well, if a giant were to follow us in here, as it goes past there, it will need to make a dex save or take that 20 radiant damage.
Gotcha.
So
Good for
following us wise, both of those trails now are within the range of the Guardian for the next 8 hours.
Cool.
It's good to know.
I think I would also point out to Vela, like some of these creatures are quite injured. I don't know how far we need to go to meet up with the others, but I'm kind of worried. I can't see Vustum's health bar, but
Oh,
Vustum's
I can't
friend looks like really, really. They might.
Vustum's not too bad.
Okay.
Let me...
Is the king the big one?
Yeah. And
Should be the little one.
He's
That'd be
only
cool.
at like half health.
Can you
but-
see Vustum now?
Oh yeah, he's looking much better. Okay. So I don't mind doing another. Like I'll do a healing word on the middle guy, just to get him up in case something happens along the way. Because I think they'd still benefit from whatever you do in the other area, Vela. But
Okay.
I'm just concerned about getting them.
Well, if they die, I've got then I can heal them, and I can heal them a lot, so that's fine with me.
I don't
Just
like letting
FYI.
things
Not if they die.
We,
Not if they die. If they go
If they
unconscious.
fall
If they die,
unconscious.
they're dead.
Well, I even feel kind of bad letting things just, suffer and fall unconscious. So Mary has a little sensitive heart there. She's going to give 10 hit points to
Yeah.
Vuston's friend.
I would
Many of us would prefer not to become unconscious.
the
Unconscious is the best.
the other thing
Really?
the other thing, just to remind you, Dusty, is like you're level 12, and these guys are a CR rating of 1/2.
Aw.
Let me clarify. Many of us would prefer not to be unconscious in combat. I love a good night's sleep.
What did he have? Like 2 hit points?
Well,
Aw.
no, they're actually not that. They're not that. They're
God.
not that low. They're CR2, but they're 1/2. They're 1/2. But they could easily in this encounter take more than double their.
Yeah.
And
Because
then-
I just
then
gave
they're-
this guy
Yeah,
10. And
you
he's
gave him
only...
10, and he went like
Then
3/4 of the way up.
Yeah.
And then
Purify them.
they're auto
Got
dead,
it.
and you'd have to revivify if you wanted to save them.
Right.
So your
Or just throw a
resource
salmon on 'em
management
and let
might
them
be
turn
a
into-
little off. So
Got it.
Okay.
Fine.
Alright.
I feel like it was worth
If-
to save
if-
the
if
favorite
you-
guardian
hurt
instead.
Vela's healing, so she's only healing them a little bit, so Vela can still heal them more.
and I'm just saying this because Vela would know this, like they're not that strong, and like if a giant boulder hits them, they're dead, and you're not gonna be able to do anything. So
Got it.
so
You could eat them.
well, you could eat them, and they're delicious.
Oh, you guys.
I wouldn't want to eat them. Just my character would.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you won't let their spores like communicate with you, but you'd eat them. Oh,
I'll gain their powers.
Good. That is excellent. Or
Uh,
become one of them. How do you know when you eat them you don't become a myconid?
Yeah, you'll gain that brain spore will get into you after all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little bit more like
Good.
that one like bug that gets into the other bug and turns it into a zombie.
Oh, the
yeah.
Oh, I
wasp.
think I was thinking
transfer
maybe it
wasp.
was like mad cow disease.
Oh, that,
If Robes eats it,
Or like a baby slod.
that is
Yeah,
prion,
exactly.
not a
I was
spore,
thinking
but-
sort of a slot. Yeah.
which was also
Yeah.
bad news.
Yup.
Yeah, remember that time you ate a slot egg? Remember that? Robes?
Barely, yeah.
Did we learn nothing?
Barely remember it. You're supposed to have this intelligence of,
Very-
right? You're an intelligent creature.
It was almost exactly a year ago.
I wasn't actually in the session where you healed me, by the way.
that's
I do
right. You
think-
weren't. I forgot.
That's true.
That's true.
I do
Remembering,
think I would
keeping
remember
on and feeling
almost-
sick.
Dying, even if it were a year later.
No, of course I remember
Oh
this
my
salad.
God, that is-
It was quite delicious, but
That was one of my.
The
Maybe
heartburn,
next time.
not worth it.
no.
All right. I think this is where we'll call it. But to set the stage, actually, before I say we call it, to set the stage, Vela is 10 feet lower than the rest of you, and she is standing over what appears to be an underground river.
Wearing Mariner's half plate.
Directly below her and a little bit south is sort of the cave opening where the water is rushing out of. You can only just barely make this out because there's no above the water area. It's a cave opening and it's all water. So there's no air space over the cave open. You know what I mean? Like
Nope, say that again. So the water goes how high?
It's filling the entire cave opening. Like there's no
Mm.
you couldn't fly
Got
over
it.
the water into the cave opening. You'd have to go
Right.
underwater and against the current. The current
Got
is
it.
running
Got it.
And the reason the current is going this way is because the ground is going lower. It's decreasing.
Got it.
Do we?
And the river is 10 feet below me still?
Yes.
Exactly 10 feet-ish? Okay.
I'm giving roughs here. but yeah,
Exactly-ish, right, yeah.
Do we still have potions of water
Exactly-ish.
breathing?
I have 2 potions of water breathing, and the helmet I'm wearing is actually the helm of underwater action. It gives me dark vision, the ability to breathe underwater, and a swimming speed of 30 feet.
It's a pretty.
But I also have 2
weapon.
potions of water breathing in my inventory.
I have 1 also.
Elva's wearing the cloak of the manta ray, so I'm good.
Does that let you breathe water?
Breathe underwater and have a swim speed of 60,
Nice. I have nothing.
so I can outpace that current, no problem.
I mean, I can give you some potions that won't help with swimming, but you could breathe. I can also
sounds
turn
good.
into a giant constrictor snake and take you for a ride.
Ooh, and you could eat spiders.
So, you know.
I'm done for that.
Because we still have to get these mushrooms, even if we can go, you know. We have to help them along.
I'll try it.
So that is the quandary facing the party right now. Is you believe a couple more gelatinous cubes behind you. They don't appear to be a direct threat, but doesn't appear that there's a great pathway that you can see, other than going down the river.
And we believe there's myconids down this river?
He said that they were to the west and northwest, and he did travel down this river to get here. So they had to swim upstream to get here. Just part of their fatigue and damage and everything else that's harmed them as they...
Oh, so the current goes out from
Yeah,
us?
the current is actually pushing this direction. Sorry, you
Hold
didn't
on, let
see
me
that.
pull it up.
You didn't see that. The current is pushing this direction.
Down the way. Okay, cool. That works in our favor. Cool.
Currently.
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 Okay.
Okay. So, that's where we're at. Anything else you guys want to do? Otherwise, we'll call it a close for the evening. All right.
Good.
Well, thank you very much for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate it. We are Roleplay Give. We're a virtual tabletop community that plays a lot of games together. Also tries to raise some money for some causes that are important to us. We are currently voting this week on what our cause for September will be. The only people who are watching us right now are members of our community. So, if you,
In the
We could
meantime,
go on
you
the
can support
YouTube.
suicide prevention.
We could go viral on the YouTube.
We could.
You never know.
I haven't uploaded to the YouTube in a while, but I'll do
Well,
Come on,
that.
okay,
man,
so we
get
could
to
not
it.
go viral on the YouTube.
Unless,
I was lying.
unless I get ambitious and upload to the YouTube again. The idea being that we will be voting on our causes for September. We are still this month raising money for NAMI of Fond du Lac, National Alliance. We talked
Mental
about
illness.
this, a mental illness, but it was Robin found
Letters
out
in
what.
between it all.
Yeah,
I
what the
know.
National
My
Alliance
brother.
on Mental Illness.
on
Yeah,
it was
that's it.
that was the preposition was on. And so we are raising money for suicide prevention for that cause through September or through August. And
It
then
is
in
not
September,
pro mental illness.
It is not. It is it is pro mental
An
health.
alliance about mental illness.
Yes.
So, but
Yep.
if you're interested, please send us a message. We're happy to get you involved. But everybody who's watching is involved already. So, bots notwithstanding.
Bot's gonna bot.
Bot's gonna bot. But until our next stream, which I think will be Wednesday, when we do our next Building Novishla, which I will be interviewing Tony.
Who's currently invisible.
who's
Nope,
invisible.
there he is.
There he is. Will be Tony and I will be chatting about his character and creating more of the northeastern Navishla world with us, the Viking lands, if you will. But that's coming up on Wednesday, and then next Sunday will be Call of Cthulhu: Masks of Nyarlathotep. Until then, play some games, roll some dice, and give your time and treasure to causes that are meaningful. Thanks, everybody. We're calling it a night. Cheers.
Man, the catchphrase out of order.